Everybody, it's Wednesday night and it's time for Super Geeked Up.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Yeah. What's up, everybody? It's the dance intro. Hey, it's Super Geeked Up. Thanks for watching. Happy World Hippo Day. I just found that out before we went live. It's World
really?
World Hippo Day.
Right, because we're so hip here. Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm Jeff. Thanks for watching. This, if you haven't seen us before, we talk geeky topics, play fun, geek-themed improv games with awesome guests. I'm joined as always by my co-host Fernandez.
Hi, everybody. Woo.
Oh, hi.
You know, gotta get that dancing going. You know, I can't see my feet, but I'm doing the Elaine dance with my feet. You just can't see it because it's.
Oh yes, good. And we're joined his second time on the show from 4610 Studios. It's Matthew Ulm. Hello, welcome back.
You gotta do that way if it's the right way.
All right, well, welcome back. Thanks for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
And thanks to everyone who's in the live chat. And if you're watching in post, of course, thank you as well. But I see Josh, Johnny, Lister's mate already here. Michael's here. Yeah, hanging out. Oh, he said, did you see? Oh, yeah, earlier, I think he probably always says this, that you're Pete Holmes' doppelganger.
You know, I've actually listened to some Pete Holmes since the last time he said that, and that's actually pretty good praise. I like Pete Holmes.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Of course, we're going to want your answers to our questions, help with our geeky games. We're going to try one true pairing later on. Since yesterday was Valentine's Day, we kind of have a romance theme to tonight's show. And actually, Francis will kick us off with our super geek.
Well, look, not only is today is also apparently Be Mad at Squidward Day and also Gumdrop Day. So there's a lot of days going on today. But yesterday was some weird, I don't know, holiday about love or something called Valentine's Day. So, but we want to know, what fictional character would you want to spend Valentine's Day with? Ooh la la, romance. Oh. Hey, Chess.
Oh no. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Oh yes.
So yeah, and hello, Lizzie, as well. Now we can have a chat. Yes, let's have a chat, Lizzie. Mm-hmm. So yes, you're muted there. I was wondering why Jeff wasn't saying anything. He's muted. Can't be heard.
It's because he's a gentleman.
He's a gentleman, you know, he's allowing us to speak, so that's very nice. That's very kind of him to do.
Well, his walls are paper thin too, so I imagine his neighbor is probably having another argument.
No, you're still muted. Sorry. Nope. It could be check your chords there. All right. Well, all right, Matt, since Jeff can't answer, do you happen to have an answer?
My shoulders are broad. We can carry this until Jeff does. Yeah.
Muscles.
So what fictional character might I like to?
Yeah, who'd you like to spend Valentine's Day with?
That's a good question. You know, you could obviously go like the first route of thinking like, what super hot, fictional character would you like to spend? You know,
I think a lot of people go that route. But we don't have to do that. We could take the higher road, right?
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
How about we just go like with Billy Madison? Billy Madison would be awesome to spend any day with, much less Valentine's Day.
Well, yeah. I mean, why not? You know, I mean, it's also a day where people have like Galentine's Day and Palentine's Day. You've heard of those, right?
Yeah. See, Palentine's Day, I'm beginning to think it's Valentine's Day and I'm spending it with my sweetie, something dark side. It's like Emperor Palpatine Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my Emperor. I should have.
No. I got your Palpatine impersonation. I just didn't realize you're pulling Palpatine from Palentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's it's a mashup.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day. It's Palpatine's Valentine's Day. Why do you think he had those red Imperial guards? He was really a sweetheart.
He was
down here. You know,
the Force. It was the Force of love.
I mean, he could have sent some lackey to pick up Anakin off of that world, but instead he went there himself. I mean, he's a busy guy, and it's not like he would have known. The dude was practically half burned to death. He could have been anybody picking him up out of there.
That's a good proof. I guess that's a good point. Yeah, sure.
I mean, his pain
Why not?
receptors had to be going like this. So,
No,
way.
the shock, right? He was so
Oh,
shocked. He felt nothing.
yeah.
Like he felt nothing that whole time. He was just too angry. That
Yeah.
anger.
And
But
talking about like the ultimate romantic, Padme dying of a broken heart. I mean, that is a woman that takes love to a whole other level.
Well, and Leia kind of followed suit and decided, you know what? I'm gonna share my love with not just this rogue here by the name of Han Solo, but also to my unbeknownst brother. I will show him some love as well.
And not even the cold recesses of the vacuum of space could stop Leia's heart. That's how passionate she is. She literally can be at sub-zero temperatures and still.
As Celine Dion says, the heart will go on. So we have that going. But yeah. I guess if I were to pick a fictional character, and of course, chat, please give us who you think would be your fictional character, which you would spend Valentine's Day with. But it would be Jeff, because apparently he's not here. He's not back. I'm really in shock that he's not back. But if he doesn't come back, we'll keep going. Unless he messages me and says, stop doing what you're doing. But I don't think he is.
I can't get back in. Let me out of the box.
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
He's taking care of business with those guys that are apparently having the fight. I must have hit that and won.
Maybe you never know. But yeah, no, there's so many different if we were going to go attractive people, sure, I guess there's a lot of fictional characters, but I'm going to go your route. I'm going to go with somebody fun for Valentine's Day outside of Palpatine, even though, yes, you're right, it is a day for him. Mm-hmm. I think I'll pick, let's see. If I were to, I would pick probably the genie from Aladdin. He seems like someone, without asking for wishes, I would just want that whole kind of like special treatment of just, I don't know, dance, a lot of song and dance, a lot of just trying to convince me to do things by impersonating popular pop culture characters and actors.
Right.
I personally would be very much in love with that. But let's see if chat has anybody in mind. We have Johnny. Hey Johnny, how's it going?
Who's Johnny?
Johnny Pappas. Hi, Johnny, she said. I choose Jen Walters for Valentine's Day. Well, look, you're stealing listeners' mate's answer there, because he has much love for She-Hulk, that's who he picks as well. He would like to spend Valentine's Day with She-Hulk or a bunch of Orion slave girls, which a bunch, huh? That's
I would be green with envy.
If we could only find more green female characters, it'd be apropos for this moment. Now, Jeff, let's see if we can hear you. Go ahead and say something. Nope, we cannot hear you.
It's joking.
Hey.
All right, sorry. Hey.
Would you pick the Orion slave girls as well? Yeah.
Oh, do I restart because I'm not here? Thanks, Johnny. I don't know if that's what he meant, but I'm just gonna take that as meaning.
The show's not the show without you.
Did you cover everybody else's pretty much in the chat?
Yeah, we both got ours. We had Johnny's and we had listeners' mates. And Johnny also says Barbara Eden's Genie would be great as well. Because I chose Genie. Matt and I chose non-romantic partners as our Valentine's Day people who you'd like to spend time with.
Like your pal? Is that what that means?
Because there's a Galentine's Day for the ladies who like to hang out with their lady friends. So the guys have Valentine's Days when you hang out with our pals.
Wait, you both
or Palpatine
pals?
Yeah, we chose pals.
Yeah, I technically went with Billy Madison first, but the Palantine got me into to
Palpatine.
Palpatine Valentine, yeah.
And hey, thanks, Marks, for stopping by. Marks is actually how introduced us to Matt here.
Yeah, thanks, Marks. And thanks.
I believe Marks is going to be a special guest on our show tomorrow night over at the Roll, the Star Wars RPG. Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
The Wicked Witch of the West is green. I don't really want to go on a date with Valentine's Day date with her.
Well, Elphaba pre Wicked Witch.
Yeah. Or you know what? Once Upon a Time version of her, I actually found her really sexy. So
Yeah.
Even though she wasn't, was she green in that?
Part of the time,
was she?
Sometimes she was.
Oh.
Okay.
I actually found her way hotter when she was green. I wish she was green all the time.
Well, they say geniuses pick green.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's funny how
who's Sam and Henry? Or do they do sign language? Is this
Sam and Henry? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
Right,
that's a deep cut.
I know. I need
three geeks here, flummoxed.
I know. I'm gonna have to look this up.
Yvonne Craig as Batgirl for Valentine.
Oh, sure.
That'd be good. That's a good one.
Craig even.
Yeah.
So wait, who was your pal choice there, Francis?
Oh, he's doing a Last of Us reference there, which I have not seen yet. I haven't seen any episodes of this.
Oh, are the characters who use sign language?
I suppose, yeah, I guess so. I don't remember, but apparently, yes, they are. And my choice was the genie from Aladdin as my pal.
Oh, nice.
My fictional pal, because he gets to. He can't make me fall in love, but he can totally just hang out and be all sorts of impersonations, which I love.
Yeah.
Or Frank Caliendo, but he's a real person.
Oh.
Yeah.
You actually should you should have been instead of Will Smith, the new genie in the new Aladdin. All your impersonations.
Yeah.
I think he could have. Yeah, Francis would have been great. I think he could have just picked about anybody on the street. That would have been cool.
As long as one of them was Sean Connery.
All I know is that I'm even though I realize that it already has pre-established songs, I'm a little sad that Will Smith did not come up with a song for that new Aladdin, like some kind of very family-friendly rap.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm disappointed he wasn't Neo in the Matrix, because he would have done a Matrix song, and I would have really loved that.
No, sorry.
Think of how much more sense that would have made too. If you'd have heard the Matrix was coming out with Will Smith instead of Keanu Reeves, I imagine everybody would have been so happy and it would have been so bad. So now it's like looking back, I was like, that was actually genius casting.
Come on.
I agree.
No one except Keanu Reeves can play Neo.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Chaz goes with Johnny's choice about Genie. It was about everything you could want in a woman.
And Johnny adds, and she'd call you master.
All right.
Hello.
Maybe you can call her mistress. That's what when we don't see what happens in the lamp.
And Lizzie, of course, picking her favorite, Sonic, but she has different versions of Sonic, which I really love.
Wow.
There's, of course, Adventures of Sonic, or the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon version, which was voiced by Jaleel White. So there you go.
Oh, I always forget that.
Yeah.
Loved his corn dogs. Or no, chili dogs. Sorry, Lizzie. Chili dogs.
Sonic did?
Yes.
I mean, if Ki Hoi Kwan can make it back, I think Jaleel White is ready for a renaissance.
I agree.
He's a voiceover actor now, isn't he? I think he is.
But I mean, he needs to get on something in front of the camera. I mean, his TV dad is doing all those commercials. I can feel the momentum building for Family
Matters. We were talking about that last week. The Reginald Van Johnson, right?
Yeah. Val.
Yeah. He still looks good. I'm surprised they haven't brought back Family Matters.
It's probably on
the
its way.
grandfather. Urkel and Laura have kids.
Yeah. Hulu's bringing back everything. I think Futurama's getting some new episodes.
You're joking, really?
Nope. I think it's on its way back. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. I wasn't really too happy with the reboot on Futurama, even though I was a huge fan of the first 4 seasons. So I'm hoping that they are able to capture a little bit more of that lightning in the bottle this time.
Wait, there's already been a reboot?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a reboot of a reboot?
Reboot.
Reboot.
Boot and Reboot were sitting on a fence and Boot fell off. Who was left?
Wasn't there a cartoon called Reboot?
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
And that was pretty good too. I don't think I finished the 2nd season or whatever on that, but I was really liked the first one.
And then there was a reboot of Reboot.
Mm-hmm.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think so. But yes, see, Lizzie, see. I don't know why you're seeing us, but see, yes.
I don't know about agreeing with the corn dogs.
Chili dogs.
Chili dogs.
Yeah. See, even you. And then,
You suspect.
All right. Well, if we're gonna I guess both my choices will be from the world of Kim Possible. Palantine will be Ron Stoppable since you guys are going that way.
Yeah.
Because also you get two pals, really. You get him and Rufus in one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
And even better than the chili dog is the Nako, which they invented.
Have you ever had a Nako?
No.
No. Would you ever make a Nako?
No, here's the thing. I don't really like that kind
cheese?
of food. So I don't like melted cheese.
Oh.
Oh.
You know, okay, except on a grilled cheese, I do. That's weird.
Can you eat a grilled cheese sandwich without tomato soup? Is that a good enough sandwich?
I never use tomato soup with it.
Tomato soup is actually really good with like I understand that combination.
Yeah.
It just feels like half a meal without the tomato soup. I just don't. It seems like I'm cheating on tomato soup when I make a grilled cheese.
Can you eat tomato soup without a grilled cheese?
Why?
Yes.
Why not just have spaghetti? Throw some noodles. And
well, there you go. So you're saying that tomato soup is not good, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's like one of those meals.
So why would I want to eat it then?
It's like you got a so-so sandwich and a so-so soup, but together.
Oh, hey, you're dissing the grilled cheese, the classic grilled cheese. As a
I am throwing down. I am doubling down on the grilled cheese sandwich. Totally blew my mind when I figured I could make one in a toaster oven, which is like one of those stupid things. And I was just like, I thought you could only pan bake. And then my girlfriend was just like, why not just make it in your toaster oven? I was like,
that makes sense. Save yourself some trouble. Save yourself some butter, I guess, that way too. Yeah.
That's true.
What's life without a little
so for Valentine, though, I guess for Valentine, I'll go with Shigo.
That's not where I thought you'd go. Actually,
little Kim.
You went green. Went green.
I did go. Yeah, well, she is green. Well, green costume and somewhere green tinged. Yeah.
Isn't she green skinned?
Sort of. Not very light. Very light. Not anything like She-Hulk. Or
a very pale green. A key lime Valentine's Day.
There you go. Key lime pie is what I bring her.
Yeah.
But you know, she needs a nice break from Dr. Draken, who always drives her crazy.
That's true.
They have lots of adventures together.
That's very true.
Talk about adventures like Harley Quinn. Can you imagine a Valentine's Day with Harley Quinn? How crazy that would be.
For me. And she's too busy with Poison Ivy. So.
That's true.
Another green character.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, that animated series, that got real crazy real quick.
I watched my first episode of that the other day.
And?
It's really good.
Well, I tried to watch the pilot a while ago, and I was like, this is too fucking violent for no reason. But then they just released a Valentine special with her and Poison Ivy. So I was like, all right, I'm going to pick an episode that was like kind of the beginning of their relationship in that show. So I watched that one.
Okay.
It's still too fucking violent, but it was okay.
That's funny because
it's kind of fun, but I don't want to watch the rest of it.
Right. Yeah, right.
I'm also just sick of cartoons that are violent for I feel no reason. What's just violent for fun? Funny. It's it's so funny when we see people die.
You know, it's weird though. I feel like it's very appropriate for at least that kind of world and that character in that sense because she is that kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Even though I did, you know.
But you can also do that without that, like the animated series where she was born showed.
That's true. I mean, you can, yeah, sure.
I mean, it's just not my style of humor. That's all.
No, I understand. Yeah.
It's obviously a lot of people love it though.
Even though I did see they did release a picture of Lady Gaga as the new Harley Quinn.
Oh, I forgot about that. Where was that in?
In the new Joker movie, the
musical, right?
Yeah, the musical.
How does she look?
She looks like Lady Gaga.
I gotta look this up now.
It's hard not to see Lady
Gaga, Harley Quinn.
She doesn't have it. You can't unsee it.
She doesn't have the makeup on, but she's just
she doesn't. What? She just looks like herself.
I know. Well, it's pre Harley Quinn. It's her as Harley Quinzel.
That's a useless picture as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
She looks crazy. I'll say that.
Well, then very apropos.
Yeah.
That's an interesting step for her.
Well, she did that one Gucci movie, which was.
I didn't see it. I heard it was bad, but I haven't seen it. So
just watch it for Jared Leto's Italian accent. That's the reason why you watch it, because his Italian accent is amazing.
I am the joke.
Jared Leto.
Laughing gas.
Oh man.
Anyway, come on, listeners, mate. Send out Jeffy Quinn. Show Lady Gaga what she should really look like.
Yeah, and yes, Jalu. Palentine's is the festival day in Pallet Town, a la Pokemon. So yes, we're gonna
that is the name
celebrate
of the
with
Pokemon town, isn't it?
That's the first town is Pallet Town, because every town is named after some type of wood. Like it's Pallet Town with Professor Oak. He's Ash.
Yeah.
Like everything is wood themed in that town.
Pallet's kind of a stretch for type of wood.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
You ran out of them that quickly.
I forget what there was other things in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'm just bad at remembering that stuff.
Well, I still like your idea that it has to do with Emperor Palpatine. Like
Matt's idea was,
it's the one day Palpatine has to dates everyone or something that day.
No, Matt's suggestion of his red Sith guard was like,
the Crimson
Guard.
Yeah.
I was like, look at that. There's some love right there.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, you think of how devoid of color everything else in the Empire is. Black, white, gray. The pips on the uniforms are the only thing with color. But then you got the Imperial Guard, loud and in charge.
Oh yeah,
right. They must be his secret lovers. That's why he dresses them that way.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. We'll go with
His
that one.
Imperial Guard.
Lord Vader, go away. I'm having sex with my guard, Imperial Guard. All right, let's see here. Yes, listeners mate, that's right. You did tell us Christy Carlscom Romano and Will Friedle, who play the voices of Kim and Ron and Kim Possible. They did make the Nako one time. I haven't seen it, but it sounds fun.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to find I'm going to either make it myself or just find a place that will make it. I live in LA. Someone is making it. I'm certain.
You should go ahead and say, "Can I have a Nako?" And then, sorry, I want to see what they say if they know what
No.
I'm talking about. Kim Possible's kind of, that's it's not that current anymore. So.
It's fairly dated, I guess, but I'm pretty sure.
But there's still plenty of fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, LA is like, it does weird stuff like that. We have a cereal bar, right? Like we have a bar that just serves cereal.
There's like a gourmet Nako food truck trolling around LA right now.
Sure. Oh yeah. I mean,
so just listen
totally.
for the thing, Francis, the ringtone.
Yeah.
That's what the truck plays, like the ice cream song.
That's the siren song.
Yeah.
To
That'd be
get
amazing.
people there.
And everybody just rushes in as soon as they hear it. Nakos.
Ma, the Nako truck's coming down the street. I need $5.
Oh my god, 15 because we're California. Everything's like $1 million.
No, that's ridiculous. I know.
Anything in a truck is nothing's ever under $10 in a truck over here. Everything is just.
You can get a soda for under $10.
Okay, fine.
You only have to pay like $4 for a can of soda.
That's true.
Only $4.
Only $4. Back in my day, it was only 50 cents. Oh man, I remember that. 50 cents for a can of soda.
Oh, you know what? Outside my Walmart, there's a machine that sells it for 75 cents a can of soda.
Hey.
Ooh.
I think I vaguely remember a time where you could still buy a candy bar for 25 cents when I was a kid. Vaguely remember. And I think gas below $1 maybe a handful of times after I started driving.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was a kid at our it was actually called the country store. I lived in the country. It was the only store in town.
It's the country store.
Boy, they really pushed the boat out into the water with the country store. Did they also own a city store?
I hope they do.
You could get a creamsicle for 10 cents.
Now, that's a deal. So penny candy? Do they have like those old glass jars?
I don't think they had, because it was like a convenience store. So I don't know if they had the candy.
Get
Your
like a
life
nickel.
was like It's a Wonderful Life, weren't you? You were George Bailey growing up.
This is Mayberry. I mean, nickel saltwater taffy, probably. I'm guessing, right?
That's right, and we didn't see in color.
There was just this ominous whistling everywhere you went. Never mind.
I was like, where's he going with that?
The theme song,
Oh,
Yeah, the theme song, the Andy Griffith Show.
Yeah.
No.
All of his friends were named Opie, and he was the odd one because his name
Actually, my
was
best
Jeff.
friend was named Opie.
Was it really?
Wow.
Oh.
That would have been so good.
Man.
It would have been awesome. Yes, it would have been amazing.
That was a lie. It was Gomer.
Right. Well, Did you know your barber's name growing up?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I don't think I ever went. I didn't really go to a barber. I've always been pretty much going to a salon. I still do.
Oh, fancy. Oh, all right.
I actually went to a barbershop when I was growing up, like old school barbershop, had the big chairs and everything. It was called the hair machine, and it had a painted, it looked like a vacuum cleaner. It had like a hair dryer in one hand and a buzzer. And he was just like
the Flovi or whatever it was called. Is that what he used?
No, it was like the actual clippers. I mean, he was ready to rock and roll.
Amalia, we're not that old.
Yes, okay. Amalia joined the old man show today. Back in my day.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Hold on a second, I gotta tell some kid to get off my yard.
When Panda was a nickel at 7-Eleven.
Well, no, we didn't have a 7-Eleven. We had the corner store.
Hey, get it right. It was the country store.
Yours is the country store, but yeah.
Back in my day,
you had
5 to 9.
Francis, because you were
exactly. It's only 4 hours.
Right. Yeah, 7-Eleven is way too late to be open.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But thanks for watching, Amalia.
Yeah,
Amalia's been a frequent guest of ours, even though she refuses to come on because we're so old anymore.
That's true. That's true. She only has so many socks. Is what we're learning.
Right. Buy more socks, Amalia. Do your sock stripping. It was Mayberry. You get an ice cream cone for 10 cents from Ellie at Walker's Drugstore. Hey, that's nice.
Hey.
This is going to sound strange, but I've always wanted to have the experience. They have to exist still, where you can go to like the local drugstore and have yourself a meal and then have a chocolate malted afterwards, because that's what they did back then, right? In the 50s and stuff. You went to the drugstore and you got yourself a meal.
Did you really got yourself at the drugstore?
At the drugstore, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you think of like the Woolworth lunch counter during the Civil Rights era. That was like still a big thing even in the 60s.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we had a Woolworths. I would go with my grandparents.
Yeah.
My grandfather called it the 5 and 10 because everything used to be 5 and 10.
5 and dime is what we call it.
5 and dime. That's it, right?
Yeah.
It's funny.
Mixing your metaphors.
It's funny, Amalia. As much as you say retro, we're going beyond that. We're talking like before we were born.
Well, no, she means anything could be retro. That's before when you talk in the past, right? I know.
Yeah.
Amalia.
Everything old is new again.
Sick sock. I think this supposed to be sock. Yeah. I mean, you are kind of sick, Amalia, because you're obsessed with socks, but I'm just kidding.
Maybe all of her socks are just sick. Maybe she just pops that drawer open and then, my sock collection is sick.
Sure, it's right. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
I
think we should give that out on, that should be some of our Patreons. We give out Amalia socks that we send them to people.
We should just give out socks in general. We should have super geeked up
socks.
like geeky socks, as like a thing.
It can have it can have Fref on along the side of it.
Yeah. But I mean, like super geeked up socks would have to be like up past the knee. They'd have to be like super socks. You
that would be leggings.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, we do put super in front of all our games.
We do put super in front of our games.
We had a drugstore that served malt until the owners retired in the 90s.
That is so awesome, Tammy. I'm envious because I want that experience. Yeah. I don't know why, but I just want that small town experience. One day.
I appreciate the retro, Amalia. I know Francis does not, but I appreciated the retro. make us feel hip.
Yeah, instead of old.
Tier 3 patron, he gets an exclusive sock collection.
Ooh, there you go.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
That's not a terrible idea.
Well, back in my day, coaches were made AOL CDs that would give you free 100 hours of login time.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true. I can't. That's hard to argue when yes, I had at least a good foot stack of those CDs that you get in the mail. Yeah, what a waste of plastic. Jeez, man.
And you kept
saying no one used them.
Yeah.
How many did you need?
Free, why didn't they use them?
Well, you could only constantly send them to you. You know, it's like even if you were an AOL subscriber, they would keep sending them to you.
Exactly.
But if you were an AOL subscriber, couldn't you use them to get free stuff?
No. Well, back then we weren't like making a million different because they went by an email address. Yeah, here's your email address.
It was just for email, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and basic internet
too, right?
Yeah.
Talk about dating. I remember when Netscape 1.0 came out.
Love Netscape. Still, I mean, I don't love it anymore, obviously, but that was the best. That was the best browser.
I still use it as my main browser.
It was Netscape. Yeah, Netscape, Opera, man, those were the day.
Opera. Oh, was that one of their things? I don't remember that one.
Opera was a browser. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone still uses dial-up.
I bet you there's still people that have to use dial-up.
Because
you think so? Really?
Because remember, part of the thing is trying to get broadband into all rural areas. It's not everywhere right now.
Oh.
I mean, most people have it, but it's not every single. I mean, there are some really remote areas.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Remember, they made fun of that in The Proposal with Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. They go to that internet cafe and it was using dial-up.
And she was like, what is this sound?
Well, I've watched recent, like, because I'm trying to stay hip. I watch like YouTube shorts and TikToks every once in a while, and they use the dial-up sound as a kind of as an indicator of like being confused. They use that sound whenever they're confused about something, and it takes them a while to process that information. Okay. Like nobody knows none of your audience knows what this sound is.
Well, they just associated that must be the confusing sound. That's what that is now.
I guess that's true.
They invented it.
They invented that sound.
Oh, hang on. He thinks Netscape's called Sea Monkey now.
Oh, well, I think
I think that's right.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Tammy's mother-in-law had dial-up until 2021. That's only 2 years ago when she moved out.
Oh wow! Yeah, no kidding. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Napster. Oh, that's a whole fucking.
I love Napster. I miss Napster. I miss Napster too.
Stop it, Francis.
Yeah. It's like popcorn time.
The really rule, I think is why she capitalized that back.
That was like her provider.
One store like me.
That was her internet provider, Rural.
Right. That kind of sounds like it could be one, actually.
Yeah.
And there are areas that online bulletin boards are still used all the time. Hey, online bulletin boards.
I bet you that's getting to be like dark web kind of stuff. It's like, I want my dial-up because, that can't be tracked or something like that. There's got to be some reason why people hang on to that. They're wearing their aluminum foil hats and getting onto their dial-up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah. Man. I mean, people are
right, I don't think everybody who uses a bulletin board is a conspiracy theorist who is on the dark web, though. Right? Let's not diss everyone who likes to use bulletin boards.
It's just the rabbit hole that it seems like we're going down now.
Yeah.
Jalou mentions that Starlink, which I believe is Elon Musk's thing, is doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Trying to get internet to rural areys.
Yeah.
I mean, look, yeah. Facebook was trying to do something similar too, where there's like a bunch of ballooned Wi-Fi things so people get access to the internet. Like, sure, I guess balloons.
Yeah. China was trying to bring us the internet.
That was very nice of them. I don't know why were people complaining about it. They were just trying to help Montanans get their internet because it's so remote.
That's pretty rural out there, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Amalia should just have somebody in mainland China tie a sock to a balloon, and sooner or later it'll just make it over here to her.
Put it in a bottle.
Oh, that's how we're going to sell the socks by balloon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Socks by balloon or socks by bottle. Make it happen, folks.
I don't know. I think the government will shoot them down. They won't like it.
Yeah.
Don't sink the bottle.
$1 million missile taking care of her new socks.
Like, it's a sock again. Damn, where are all these socks coming from?
I bet they're all itchy. We can't have that land in the United States.
Right. Itchy socks.
Yeah.
That's the downfall. Hey, those bulletin boards are vital when you need hay, baby cows, goats, etc. I think she's talking about a more remote.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh,
yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vintage computers. That's
I mean, Gateway. Gotta get that cow computer.
Gateway actually still around.
Packard Bell.
Compact.
Ooh.
Well, mine for Commodore, man. Commodore 64 was my first.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I know we had an Apple II-GS. And I remember we had a Texas Instruments that was just a keyboard. I think like they tried to, after the 2600 started going downhill, they were desperate to try to hang on to some market share, and they came out with something kind of contemporary to the Commodore 64.
Oh, yeah.
China's where my sock. Well, that's probably true.
That's true. Hard to argue that one. Yeah,
take out socks, put blank, and you could pretty much insert just about anything. China is where my car was made. Is where,
what is ICQ number 90s?
No, the ICQ
Yeah.
was a messaging thing like AOL
Yeah.
Instant Messenger, and it was like,
Really?
yeah, you
Yeah.
were
Stand for
identified by
something?
I forgot internet. I forget what it was, but you were identified by a number. You didn't have a username; you had a number, and you
Yeah.
gave your number to people, and
Yeah.
that's how you chatted.
But it was like the first one where you could keep it up on your desktop, and it would show when somebody was online.
Oh, I
and-
bet people kept it up when
Mhm.
how they were chatting.
Yeah, but it was also, I think, the first. It would be interesting to find out if it was the first internet usage of "show me is offline."
Oh,
Because people would
Right.
hide. You'd have to hide from people because you'd be doing stuff and you couldn't be chatting with people all the time. But I can't remember anything. Maybe Yahoo Chat or something would have done that before ICQ. But I bet it probably would have been close.
oh man,
This is a good idea, Chaz. Sting can remake his song instead of "Message in a Bottle," "Sock in a Bottle."
Or "Time in a Bottle."
yeah, because sock in a bottle. You have to say sock for message.
Sock.
Well, maybe you just change.
Yeah.
Those were wild days. I think it's supposed to say. Is that maybe?
Or the wilds. They were also the wilds as well.
Or it's the internet. It could just be
The
wild
wilds of
double
the-
D's.
The wilds
Yeah.
of the chat.
Well, they could. They are wild double D.
God. Well, maybe yeah. Maybe people were talking about that.
Look, dude, we're getting Adele, listeners, mate. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Dude, we're getting Adele.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Internet
internet. Thank
chat.
you, listeners. Internet chat query. That's what it stood for.
Man,
I
that
don't know.
spoils a good thing. ICQ was a much better thing. Internet chat query.
What's ASL?
Oh, yeah.
Well, ASL
Age,
is American
sex-
Sign Language, but
No.
that's not what he means.
Age, sex, language.
Location.
Location?
It was location.
Oh,
What's the
yeah,
first
yeah.
Word aid,
Age,
age.
sex, location. So I would at the time I was 16 MCA.
Oh, you mean people would put that in to ask you what you're?
Yeah.
That was like
Shorthand.
that was the
Oh,
first
sure,
anytime.
nothing's going to go wrong with that.
That's where
that
somebody
information.
got the idea for To Catch a Predator came from.
That's true.
Right. It's probably.
That's
Yeah.
kind of where the next step.
Yeah.
Oh
Can't make
yeah,
anything
time,
good.
time in a bottle. Sorry, that's what it is. You gotta have that or 70s porn star stash,
I mean,
like Francis's.
Oh,
This is a-
no.
No.
You don't have the
I don't have the porn star stash. Not yet.
More like
So-
Danny Trejo Machete.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Machete.
He's got the long hair now too, Francis. That's good.
I know. Oh, that's right.
Like Trejo.
I could. Me and him side by side, you couldn't tell the difference.
No,
Couldn't tell us apart.
it's like trying to tell apart you and Sean Connery when you speak.
Exactly. Right.
We were fearless in those chat rooms, Lamalia says, because it didn't occur to us that it could be unsafe in any way. Yeah, well, it was the early days.
Yeah, we
young-
trusted everyone.
Wait, your initials are ASL? Wow, that's fun.
Oh, wow.
Now I got to try to guess your middle name.
Samantha.
Samantha. Oh my God.
I was
saying
just
the same
thinking
thing.
Samantha.
There are three of us. Holy shit. Amalia, whatever your name is, you must change it to Samantha.
I know. I hope it's Samantha.
Unless her parents were cool and it's like sangria.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
They were drunk
Yeah.
when they named her.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, EverQuest. Hell yeah. Remember EverQuest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the first big online games.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh, this
remember-
is funny. Girl on the internet means guy in real life.
That's more towards the early 2000s, late 2000s, where it's like, oh, now you know. Now you don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of the chat service, but this was like when I was at IU in like fall of 95, spring of 96. There was a chat program that you could get on where you could actually get into a virtual chat room, and they actually had virtual avatars where you could approach people in a 3D space, which to my mind now seems way ahead of his time for
It is.
1995, 1996. I don't know who came out with it. I don't remember who did it. If anybody can remember that, it almost had like an Alice in Wonderland kind of vibe. All the rooms were really weirdly themed. It was kind of like the movie with Demi Moore and shoot, what was the name of that? I can't remember, but it's like had like the Guardian where they were a company that was trying to do a virtual online experience, but everybody was like flat faced inside of it. It was really strange.
Wow.
So yeah.
He says, I think that was in Lawnmower Man.
Might have been in Lawnmower Man. This was more. This is like a Michael Crichton kind of movie, where Michael Douglas and Demi Moore, and he played like a tech guy. Donald Sutherland was in it, and they were trying to launch this new online 3D space that was going to like revolution. It was like Ready Player One kind of stuff, where you would be virtual. It was the big first Hollywood movie that really showed off virtual reality.
Nice.
Not Disclosure, was it?
It was Disclosure. Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh, good
Yeah.
research there.
Yeah. Very quick.
Man.
Yeah,
94.
Virtuosity as well, Jalil.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Even though
Johnny's seen it good.
There's this weird website called, what is it called? It emulates a old television set called My 90s TV, and it does 90s and 80s TV, and it keeps there's a channel where it just does movie trailers, and it keeps repeating Johnny Mnemonic's trailer.
Of course.
Right. Of all the trailers to have on repeat, it's Johnny Mnemonic. I didn't know what the movie was about until I saw that, and I'm like, oh my god, wow! I'm in love with. I need to see it. I've never seen it,
You
but
really
now
don't,
I have.
but you should.
I feel like I
Yeah.
need to. Yeah.
You should. It's terrible, but you should see it.
Okay.
I remember seeing it in theaters.
You saw it in theaters. Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's when my friend almost got into a fight with the guy behind us.
Was he talking?
He was talking.
Mm.
In retrospect, who fucking gives a shit? The movie was terrible. Talk all you
Well,
want, but,
yeah. Okay, sure.
but I know. I mean, I agree.
you're in a
I hate
movie
people who
theater.
talk during
Yeah.
movies. So
Yeah. But a lot of those movies back then in the 90s were pretty effing bad.
They were really bad. Yeah, they were. They
Yeah.
were. Well,
there's
here's the
plenty
thing.
of
They
good movies
didn't
too,
know they were bad. I think our sensibilities have definitely
well, listen.
made.
No,
Yeah.
almost all movies don't go out trying to be bad.
No, but I
No.
feel like the '90s had
Unless
a.
it's Sharknado.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
But I feel like there's an era of like a decade of movies where they thought they were making these kind of like futuristic, accurate portrayals of how the future is going to be, because the internet was new and everything. And I feel like other eras didn't try that hard, and therefore it wasn't as kind of embarrassingly bad in their depiction of the future.
Yeah.
While I feel like there's this era within the 90s that's like, oh yeah, we know what the future is going to be like. We're gonna be like this. We're gonna have 10 megs of memory in our brains, a whole whopping 10 megabytes. I mean, Bill Gates even said when he made them, we're only gonna need like 700, like a couple hundred kilobytes of memory ever in our computers, because that's how sophisticated they're gonna be. When he first did Microsoft, like, yeah, okay,
Yeah. You're a genius, Bill.
you're just,
Yeah.
I agree, Johnny. 80s, he says late 80s in particular, was a great era for sci-fi movies.
I agree.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And that's kind of like the 90s was kind of a wasteland because you got into that transition to digital special effects.
Yeah.
And it's like you're trying to push the technology, but for the most part, many of them miss the mark. So it's like the late 80s sci-fi movies, they were still using predominantly practical effects. And, that technology or that was at the top of its game at that point because it was at the end of its game. So
I think one movie and one movie alone survived the 90s with having CGI and computer anything that continues to endure to this day. And that is, of course, Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And obviously plenty great sci-fi TV in the 90s. Like
That's true.
Star
Yeah.
Trek Next Gen, Deep Space Nine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Next Gen was
people
wrapping
love
up.
Babylon 5,
Yeah.
of course, and Farscape and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
90 was actually a huge era for sci-fi TV.
Huge. We had the best sci-fi in the 90s.
Yeah, it's pretty
We
good.
have the best sci-fi.
I don't know what you're doing.
That's impressive. I know what he's doing.
Okay, great. You guys can have fun together.
Crooked Hillary.
All right.
Yeah.
We don't do politics on this show.
That wasn't really
That
politics.
wasn't politics, though. That was just an
It was an
impersonation.
impersonation.
Yeah.
I get it now, though. Yes.
Yeah. That was the easiest way for me to get you there.
Julu, Julu, I forgot about this. Yes, they did show the anime Demon City Shinjuku and Johnny Mnemonic. That's one good thing about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, I remember Sandra Bullock in The Net, which was an early
She ordered pizza.
90s. Yeah.
What, online?
Mm-hmm.
Was it like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 where everybody was eating pizza in the open?
Oh, right. I love that. Yeah. Best intro to a movie ever when the entirety of New York is eating a slice of pizza.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we're never going to guess Amalia's middle name, she says, because if her first name is Amalia, her parents didn't give her a Samantha-like middle name.
All right, hold on.
So I'm going to guess it's Serpentor, like for G.I. Joe. Or like Matt's name, Sycamore. Her name.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
Selena?
Oh, there you go.
That's Selena would be pretty.
Yeah.
But it sounds
Amalia
like
Selena like, doesn't roll off the tongue all that well. But
wait, Amalia.
I feel bad if it is.
That's 3 syllables.
Yeah.
So I feel like we need a 1 syllable.
A share with an S?
Middle name.
Maybe.
A 1 or 2.
Well, we'll think about it. We're going to stew on that. And we're going to Sliders. Yes, that's the name. No, I know you're talking about sci-fi.
Yeah, you can't say Sliders. You have to go Sliders.
Well, that's the, all right. Well, yeah, no, but that's
twice in a row you've done this, Francis. You used to always harp on me, and you've said it wrong.
Well, I was going to say that's Amalia's middle name, but yes.
Oh, but no, it doesn't matter. You still have to say it.
Yeah, you have to say it properly.
You say Amalia Sliders Lewis. That's how you say it.
Yeah.
But that was another '90s sci-fi show. Absolutely, Michael. I love that show.
Yeah,
this just made a fan. Sarah's again. I think she's saying it's very unique. I think is what she's saying.
Serena, Selena,
Amalia. If everyone orders socks from you, will you tell? What your middle name
is? Is it socks?
He had it officially legally changed.
That'd be amazing. I feel people don't line up for movies anymore. Too bad movie lineup fist fights. Too bad movie lineup or a lost classic. Wait, did people used to get in fights waiting for the movie?
Yeah, people cutting in line.
Oh yeah,
no.
Yeah. I'm
kind of I used to get in I remember for one of the maybe the first I don't know, one of the X-Men movies. Like my friend and I, we got super early, so we were almost first in line. And we ran in to get the perfect seats, right? And
how long did you wait in line for a movie?
I'm sure you beat me. Well, I also waited. I probably waited the most for Phantom Menace. That's probably the one.
Right. How long did you wait for Phantom Menace?
Although I don't feel like any of it's. I don't know. I would say maybe 1.5 hours to 2 hours.
Matt, how long have you waited?
That's not bad. 1.5 2 hours.
That's not
how long have you waited, Matt? What's the longest you waited for a movie?
Francis is about to blow us our minds. By the way, is what I think.
I've not. As much as I love movies, I can't admit to ever having waited in line for a movie. Just because I grew up in Terre Haute, Indiana, and so getting to a screening of anything was not that big of a deal. I have gone to a number of midnight screenings.
Yeah. Those I had to wait.
I miss those. Yeah,
I do too.
I think when I went to a packed showing of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, and that was the last time that I ever allowed myself to get so excited about a movie that was coming out that I would go out of my way. I was like, I've been hurt too many times, Francis. Between the Phantom Menace and Crystal Skull, it was like Temple of Doom. I was just like, the movie industry just went, Om Nom Shivai, Om Nom Shivai. And there was my heart. And they cast it down upon the ground.
Did it catch on fire and everything?
No. It died a quick death.
Right.
So, Francis, how long have you waited? Regale us.
Let's see. It was for midnight showing for episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
We got in line at 10 a.m. for midnight showing.
I knew it. I knew it was going to be something crazy.
So 14 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I was working.
I won't do it. Well, first off, I don't see movies when they come out anymore because I don't want to be seen in crowds.
And the dumb thing was, I would think I was working for the movie theater at the time, for that movie theater at the same time.
Yes, but if you worked the way my movie theater worked, you were not allowed to see it opening day because you had to for free as your
we paid for our tickets, because for some reason we thought it was going to be good. I don't know what our evidence was.
It was good. Hey, stop bragging on that. That's my favorite one of them. I think that's really
it's the best of the 3. That's true.
I had a friend who was a manager of a movie theater, a local chain here in Evansville, when he was in his 20s, and apparently part of his job was that you had to pre-screen everything that came in.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I did that when I worked with theater a couple times. I pre-screened a couple movies.
Yeah. It was you had to look for the little circle at the top right, and
and they're changing the reels. And
kids back in the day, movies came in reels, and you had to put them together with tape. Oh man, you had to get rid of things called acid on the film and cut those pieces off and splice it together.
So Amalia's liking our guesses is here. Share with an S.
No, there you go.
Sliders would be a badass middle name. It is Socks.
Winner. I got my chicken dinner.
That's going to bother me.
Matt's been hurt, I guess, by Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter, Tasia, I think I said it right this time.
Yes.
Maybe go to the midnight showings of all the Twilight movies.
I've never seen a single Twilight movie.
I've seen the first 3, but not the last. One.
Yeah. I also did. I saw. I think I saw the first 2 or 3. Yeah.
And
then.
I thought they were pretty good when I saw them. I don't really want to need to see them again.
I know. I was made to go.
My girlfriend.
Yeah. And then luckily we broke up before the 4th movie came out.
Is that what broke you up? Did you see the previews?
I just can't do it.
I can't do another year.
It's either me or Twilight. All right, I'll choose Twilight.
I mean, that Rob Pattinson, hard to.
And what's his face?
Tyler. Whatever. Lochner. Lochner.
Yeah.
So is this true? You're an AMC guy, Francis. Is AMC thinking about charging additional charge for seats?
Oh my God, yes. So they're thinking of the middle seats as costing more than the outside and the front seats.
What a surprise! Trying to fuck us over even more.
Well, I don't know if Regal is a national chain. I think it is, right?
Yeah,
there's some in Indiana.
It's one in my area. It's the second largest after AMC.
But Regal, they shut down a bunch of theaters because nobody's going. Yeah. So AMC is desperate to find ways to make money, so they're charging for the fancy seats.
That's just going to make people not want to go.
Yeah, our local cinema has been changing over almost all of theirs to include like a family fun center. So they're adding arcades and stuff like that back into movie theaters, which is pretty cool.
That's a good idea. I think that's,
some of our theaters have arcade stuff in them.
Yeah.
Anything they can do.
Anything.
Amalia, please tell us the story about you got the middle name Socks, Julie. Yes, we would like to hear that story.
She's named after the Clintons' cat.
Exactly.
Oh, I went political again.
You did. How dare you?
One step too far there, man.
Talk about cats.
Alexander Hamilton.
It's okay if you talk about cats.
FDR. I have political Tourette's.
That's a weird version of Tourette's.
That is, I know.
It totally is.
Indiana Jones. When the next movie comes out, I demand to be on the show for an hour to talk about Indiana Jones.
Jones.
All right, we will satisfy your demand, Amalia. Since your middle name is Socks, we'll let you come on and talk about.
We'll talk
if you bring some socks with you.
I think we should have like a debate style, like a whole cavalcade of people on
cavalcade.
To talk about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's going to be like a 3-parter.
Back in my day, we said cavalcade all the time.
Cavalcade of cartoons. It's Saturday, rootin' tootin'.
Can we do like a weird themed month leading up to Dial of Destiny?
What do you mean a weird theme? Like weird?
Like every week we bring in someone new to talk about Indiana Jones because
is that the name of the new Indiana Jones? Dial of Destiny?
Dial of Destiny, yeah.
At first I hated it, but now I'm starting to like it.
That sounds like the lady who used to do the phone palm readings and stuff like that. Oh, call me up and get your palms read. It's like the Dial of Destiny. Call 1-900.
Listen, they're gonna find a rotary phone, and he's gonna.
No, they
aliens from the last movie, right?
They discover touch tone phones.
Do they really? Do you know that, or are you just saying
I'm
that?
just joking.
Okay.
No, but I think we should lead up to it because there are 4 Indiana Jones movies before.
So wait, you want to do each show devoted to one of the movies?
Yeah.
I think it should be like Highlander 2, where Crystal Skull just doesn't exist anymore. It just needs to be whitewashed from.
Well, instead of talking about Crystal Skull, we'll talk about young Indiana Jones, and we'll talk about
there you go.
What's his face? Oh God,
Shia LaBeouf.
No, who played him in Young Indiana Jones?
Yeah, I know who you mean.
He's an actual like real actor now.
He has like the three names, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
I can't remember him now.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes,
That's him.
yes, the youthful, Tommy Lee Jones.
The makeup was amazing to get him
Man.
to look under 50 when they did Young Indiana Jones.
Man, the aging technology has definitely.
I feel like it's Sean something. Sean Patrick Flannery. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that is a 3-person name.
I can always look it up, I guess.
Johnny
Yeah.
says, I've never seen a Trolley movie, though I do like the acting of Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson. The new Batman, of course.
I tried to watch Kristen Stewart in that new Diana biopic, and I got like 25, 30 minutes into it. It was just so devoid of emotion that I was just like, this is just... Now, granted, I don't have a heart anymore, so that could be part of the problem. But I just like felt like, give me a little something.
Does she play
here.
Diana?
She does. And, you know, she got great reviews for it, but I just could not sit through
Interesting
it.
choice to play Diana.
Yeah.
So Jeff, you said, what name did you just say?
Sean
Sean-
Patrick Flannery.
That was the, that's him.
Hey!
That's
Yeah.
him as young Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, there you go. Tammy confirms it. And yes, that in the Last Crusade, it was River Phoenix who played.
Yes, it was.
Man, I miss. That's one of those actors
This is
that I miss. I
Yeah.
really wish that he'd, you know, in the multiverse somewhere, Leonardo DiCaprio does not exist because River Phoenix survived.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Matt always likes to come on and diss all my favorite.
I'm not
people.
saying, you know, I'm not saying Leo is a
DiCaprio's
great
the
actor.
best actor
I'm
of
just
his
saying,
generation,
in
as
a
far as
world
I'm
where River Phoenix exists, I don't see where there's space for Leo
I,
DiCaprio.
that's
come on.
yeah. I
There
could see.
He probably
Believe
would
it
have
or
been in
not.
Titanic. He probably would have been the first choice for Titanic at that time.
There's lots of movie roles out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he would have been the it boy.
Oh boy, Francis, look now. He says, "Yeah, we can't every week leading up to the movie. Such a good idea." All right, I think
Francis
this
is
is a
full
little
of
bit
good
of
ideas.
look. I love Indiana Jones, but that's a little bit of Indiana overload if we do it every week for a month.
No, just a segment. The
Oh,
whole
a
show doesn't have to be. The whole show doesn't have to be dedicated to Indiana
I
Jones, but we
see,
have
I
at least
see.
one thing
All right.
leading up to it.
When does it come
Yeah.
out? I don't even know.
I don't know. Let's see.
Probably a summer blockbuster, I bet.
It has to be,
You
right?
would think so.
Yeah.
You would assume.
It is this year.
Boo to this. I'm sorry. Well, Matt will like it, I'm sure. But no, Leo way better.
Yeah. So June
Yeah.
30th. So it is
I'm with
100% a summer movie. June 30th,
Yeah.
2023.
So we have to do it through all of June, basically.
Have they re-released a release date for the Super Mario movie?
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. The Mario movie's coming out. They just. Oh my God. Sorry. Can I just? They released a Mario Brothers plumbing commercial as part of their promotion, and they use the old Mario Brothers cartoon theme song as the theme song to the plumbing commercial, and it's amazing. It's one of the best things I've
They
seen
use the
in a
cartoon?
long time. You remember the old
the
yeah
90s cartoon?
Yeah.
they used the theme song for their theme for that plumbing commercial, and it has a phone number and everything. It's excellent.
Malia said she called the number. So what happens when you call the number? Did you do it?
You get Luigi telling you to text instead. Like he's like, "Hey, we're busy right now. Go text us, and we'll get to
that's
you."
right,
and
'cause
blah, blah.
is it the actor? Because he doesn't sound Italian, right?
Yeah, it's the actor Charlie Day. What's
Oh.
his name?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
that's right. Neither of them sound Italian, really, right?
April 7th. So 2 months from now, April 7th.
Wow.
Is the movie.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Coming up. Me too.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready for my nostalgia to wash over me.
Yeah. I've heard they did they had to do some major rework after it was shown to audiences. So I'm hoping they did the work they needed to do.
Yeah.
So
There's a reason why they're reworking 100%. They're reworking Chris Pratt's voice because they refuse to use his voice in any of the promotional stuff.
wow.
No, that's not true. We heard his voice in one of the
We
early
did.
trailers.
But
Yeah.
but for this commercial for the trailer, they don't use it's only Charlie Day speaking, which is weird. He's the
So
only
you
one that
think
speaks in the
we're
commercial.
you think Pratt is not going to sound like how we've heard him before?
I think they're going to change it up a little bit more.
You think they're going to make him do the cartoony, I'm a Mario?
Oh, I hope not.
I think the voice
Yeah.
sounded fine. What he did.
I think
Everybody needs to stop being fucking obsessed with little.
look,
things like
they changed. Remember, they changed Sonic. So I wouldn't be surprised if they.
But wasn't I'm trying to remember. I thought Sonic was just like an early render was part of the problem.
No, that was their official. They waited a whole year to fix it.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can't skip Crystal Skull because everyone wants to crap on a bad movie. I actually don't think it's as bad as a lot of. I don't think it's good, but I don't actually think it's the worst one.
You don't think it's the worst one?
No, I really do not like Temple of Doom.
Oh wow! Wow!
I like 1 and 3. I think 1 and 3 are the ones worth watching.
What is it about Temple of Doom that gets on your nerves? I need to know more.
I don't know. I mean, honestly,
It's
I think if I've seen it since I was a kid.
Is it the female lead?
It's darker than the other ones. It's darker than the other ones, and I don't usually like that. It doesn't quite have the fun. I guess maybe I would. It
has some. I mean,
not as much as the 1 and 3. I feel. I mean,
Short Round was funny
because I think that's the most fun one.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, just the whole ripping hearts out, and it's so they're in
the thing that I appreciate about that though is it's kind of like sequels are so hard to begin with.
Yeah.
And if you're setting the tone to be exactly the same as the original, 9 times out of 10 you're just going to make a poor imitation of the original. So it's almost like you have to go in such a different direction with the sequel that there's not exactly comparing between the two.
I mean, Terminator did that well. The second one is much funnier than the first one was really serious actually.
Yeah.
So they did it, and that worked well. I love both those movies. Yeah.
And in the face melting scene at the end of Raiders,
I don't like that either. You're right. Yeah.
It was pretty. I mean, in looking back on it now, it's very cartoony kind of graphic.
Yeah.
But for back then, I remember having nightmares about that and Temple of Doom after seeing it, because it was just for that time that was crazy. That was like the face ripping and Poltergeist.
You're
right. Those films.
No, you're right.
So
is Kate Capshaw the one in Temple of Doom?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
She screamed a lot in Temple.
Yeah, because there's all those so gross, all the bugs and insects crawling.
But that scene I love when she's just like, "What's the rush?" And you see those things coming down on top of him. He's like, "You better hurry, or you're not going to be able to hear it." That whole sequence right there, and just that scene of Harrison Ford going, "We are going to die." It's just, I love that scene.
I'm all for it.
I'm totally down.
All right. She's gonna have her own private show. No, I'm not saying we can't do it. If it's a segment, I'm not saying we can't do all Indiana Jones all month long, but a segment I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the classic geek franchises.
You can just have a short powwow about Indiana Jones for 4 sessions.
Right. I mean, we certainly talk about it in other shows plenty of times.
Yeah.
I mean, not like Star Trek, talk about it, but.
Oh, he said it.
Yep.
Yeah. The monkey's brains and the snake's surprise. Yeah.
Is that the snake thing where they had the glass in between them? Him and the snake?
That was in Raiders. I think she's talking about the dinner scene where they've got the big boa constrictor. They slice it open and all the little snakes come pouring out of it.
She's talking about Raiders. They're both in Raiders? Both.
Oh, no. That was from Temple of Doom. Yeah. Sorry. I was right. Yeah, the snake scene was pretty bad. Especially when they're like in the back room and Marion's getting all freaked out and you see the snake coming out of the person's skeleton mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was freaky.
This is actually funny because Angelo is a character on Art of the Roll, which Amalia is in, and I played the cousin one time as a guest star. So they sound as Italian as much as Angelo's cousin, which means as much as I sound Italian. I think she means Mario and Luigi. They sound much less than Italian than I do.
That sounds like an Italian cowboy. I do.
Are you trying to start a spaghetti western without us there, Jeff?
No, of course I would include you in the spaghetti western. And Amalia can come with her socks.
I'm telling you, Indiana Jones, we're going to do it, I think. At least a segment.
I think that's a great idea.
Wow. Nightmares from face melting scene into his teenage years from when he was 6.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's a really graphic scene.
Yeah, I get it. I think they don't have anything like that in Last Crusade, right? Like Last Crusade is pretty much the tamest of the
I mean,
three.
the end when Donovan dies
Well,
through that aging
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
that
that's
was
pretty gross,
super.
right? There's
Yeah.
always
There's
at least one thing.
decapitations, and I mean, yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm trying to think. The one guy gets shot in the head in the tank from the ricochet.
Oh, he gets which is the one where the guy got shredded by the plane?
That was
Even
Raiders.
That's Raiders.
That's Raiders,
You don't
that's it.
see it
But
though.
you don't
You
see
just
it.
see
You don't
the
see it.
aftermath. Yeah.
You see the spray, the arterial spray.
Jeez, see, Amal, you're already doing it. We're already doing a big Indiana Jones.
I know. We're gonna
Yeah.
we'll hold off. We'll wait for June, and then we'll.
Gotta shut this conversation down.
All right, let's go to our geeky game. One true pairing, which is, folks, so we need you guys to put in the chat just fictional characters from any kind of fandom you want, any kind of universe. Each of us will pick one of those characters, and then I will randomly select a fourth character from the list of ones you put in the chat, and each of us will have to argue why our character is the best one true pairing with that chosen character. And then you guys in the chat, I guess, can decide who you think made the best argument. So again, just start putting characters in the chat. And then after that, we'll talk more to Matt about what he's got going on. And then we'll do a viewer's choice segment at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Amalia, non-Indiana Jones viewer choice.
She's gonna put all Indiana Jones
Yeah.
characters inside.
Yes.
Dr. Jones, Dr.
already-
Jones Senior.
We're already starting with it. Indiana Jones, which is fine. You can probably find a pick him. He's great. She-Hulk, Steve Urkel, James T. Kirk.
Ooh, yeah.
Long-nosed dog from that one meme that is popular. Okay, I don't know what that is. I never know what means.
I like that though, Jalou. I actually like that one. All right.
Oh, hey, John Paul. Great to see you, John Paul.
Hey, Jean
Red
Paul.
Pirate Roberts.
Ooh.
By the way, so John Paul I know from Dragon Con. And speaking of that, yesterday I got my acceptance letter as a guest for Dragon Con this year.
Phantasmic. Look at that.
Thank you. Oh, Phantasmic. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I'm excited to go back once again to Dragon Con. A balloon is the character.
I like it.
It just
a balloon.
Air release.
Yeah.
Dr. Bashir, of course.
Ooh.
Greg would like that if he was here.
Yep.
Short round. There's from Temple of Doom.
Oh,
Yep.
there you go.
Who just won the Golden Globe, by the way. That
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
hopefully will win the Oscar.
Yep.
Genie from Aladdin.
Ah, there you go,
Thanks, John
Francis.
Paul. Hope to see you there at DragonCon. Animaniacs, the Emperor from Warhammer. Okay, I don't know who that is. I mean, I know Warhammer 40K, but I don't know who the Emperor is.
Yeah.
Is it like Palpatine?
I think that's supposed to be no. That's not Henry Cavill's character, right? I don't think so.
Do we even know who he's playing? It just got announced, didn't it, recently?
I don't know.
Lady Hawk. Hey, there you go.
Ooh, wow. There you go.
Wow.
All right.
There you go.
Matt, since you're a guest, which of those characters do you want to choose for your character?
Ah, see now I'm
Is this from Mystery Men?
shoveler. Yeah.
Yeah, the shoveler. Yeah.
I think I'd have to go with the Dread Pirate Roberts. Wayman Wang.
But from Everything Everywhere, who played by
Keelan Kwan, yeah.
Well,
You're going with who? I'm sorry.
The Dread Pirate Roberts.
Dread Pirate Roberts, great choice. Keith Urban as Judge Dredd.
Ooh.
Gorn. Lady, of course, Lady Facelap. We must get a mention of her. And then, Gorn and Morn, both from Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Francis.
Mott the Barber from TNG.
You know what's his name?
oh my God! Yes.
Oh no, that's what Picard said he was. Mott the Barber, right?
No, he was
No.
the barber.
There's the guy with the thing in the.
Oh, he actually name was that?
Yeah, his name was Mott.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, but that one Starship Mine, it's called, one episode, he pretends to be the barber and he uses his name. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's like, my name is Mott. I'm the bomber.
All right, who do you want, Francis?
I'll pick Steve Urkel.
You'll pick?
I'll pick.
Steve Urkel. All right, good. Steve
You, I love that you're really trying to get us to talk about Star Trek, though. I like all the Star Trek stuff.
Who,
There,
the
Listener
chat?
Mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, Listener Mate is going all
Well, you
Star
put
Trek.
it in the post, Francis, so you said it.
I did. I did say we do tangent
Tangent tales too sometimes.
on
All right,
occasion.
I gotta decide. I'm between a couple here. You know, I'm gonna go Wayman Wong.
Oh, there you go.
Everything
Wayman
Everywhere.
Wang.
But isn't usually Wang is pronounced Wong, isn't it, Francis?
It depends.
It depends.
I mean, Wang. Yeah, I mean, it's
depends on
not
the thing.
it's not unheard of.
Yeah.
Because
What?
because Garrett Wong actually is Wong from.
But Garrett Wong is W-O-N-G.
Yeah.
While
No,
Wayman Wang
he
is
spells
W-A-N-G.
He spells it W-A-N-G.
Does he?
Really?
I thought it was.
I totally thought it was
you know what? Because
I.
I interviewed him at a con and I had this conversation with him. Yeah, it's W-A-N-G.
Well, raise my rent.
But it's actually pronounced Wong. I had this conversation with him. Raise my rent.
Raise my rent. You are the key.
I'm going to say Wong, but you can correct me, folks, if you know how it's supposed to be pronounced in everything everywhere. All right, we got to pick a fourth character. I'm going to randomly cycle through this list here without looking and see who it lands on. Nope, that's the one I chose. Can't do that. Damn it.
Oh.
Nope. Yeah. That's not it. Wait. Oh, okay. Well, listeners, we did say the Packlets, so he was referencing that. All right, fine. God damn it. Fucking
man. Here we go.
That's
Here we go.
The Packlets rock.
All right, hang on. Francis, do you want to, or Matt, tell people who the Packlets are if you're not a big Star Trek viewer?
So the Packlets, I forget what episode they were from. They were also featured in Lower Decks, but they're this race kind of on the slower side, but they seem very friendly. And the Enterprise comes across them in deep space. It seems like their spaceship is broken down, and they're just like, our ship is broken. Can you help us make it go? And so they think they're totally innocuous, and they send over Geordi. Geordi fixes one thing, and then something else goes wrong, and they're all kind of up in his business. And what you finally come to find out is that they've entrapped Geordi, and they've entrapped all these other races that they've actually cobbled together a pretty actually powerful ship, and they're not going to let him go. And they finally have to end up tricking him to get Geordi back by playing upon their own greed for better technology.
They're pretty sinister.
Yeah, they are.
But look at Amalia picking the one that I'm sure Jeff would have loved to have picked.
Yes, if I saw it beforehand, I love Snoopy. Good choice, Amalia.
Yeah.
They become a major race in a new animated, Lower Decks, which is what you were mentioning, right?
Yeah.
Good reason for me not to watch Lower Decks. All right. Anyway.
Lower Decks is awesome.
No, yeah, I hate the Packlets though. Anyway,
is that the only alien
one I
race
remember
from Star Trek that you don't like? Is the Packlets?
No. Oh no, the fucking who are the Voyager, the first race in Voyager that are the enemy?
The Okamba.
No, not them.
Yeah, the ones that are kind of pirates. It's not the
Seska, one of the crew members wound up being one of them.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the Maquis?
No. The ones they find in the Delta Quadrant.
The Delta race, that was the first 2 seasons, 1 or 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
The K's, not the Kazon. It wasn't the Kazon, was it? I think it started with a K, but
I feel like you're right. Somebody tell me in the chat. I wish Nicodius was here. He's an expert on Voyager.
It might be the Kazon. I'm thinking about
it. Anyway, they were fucking terrible.
Kazon.
Oh wow.
Curzon?
There you go. I was close.
Kazon. No, Kazon. He said sorry. You were right. Kazon.
Oh. Curzon. Yeah, because Curzon is Dax's first name. Curzon Dax.
There you go.
There you go.
Maybe there's a connection there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Kazon's. Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, Molly also says Han Solo says she can't say Indiana Jones.
Indian Jones.
But yes. Oh yeah, Han Solo. That's another good choice if you can't say Indiana Jones.
Choice.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go. Matt, you're up first. Why would I don't even remember who you got?
Dread Pirate Roberts.
Dread Pirate Roberts and the Packlids make a good one true pairing.
They would make a good one true pairing because the Packlids would be able to lure people in to the Dread Pirate. They would be able to be out there on their little boat, and they'd act like they'd run up the white flag, and they'd have torn sails and stuff like that, and they'd be like, our ship is broken. Do you have any sails to help make it go? And then they'd pull up alongside, they'd tie up, and all of a sudden Wesley, the Dread Pirate Roberts, would swoop in and he'd take all of the loot. He'd give the Packlids a few shiny things that they would enjoy, and then he'd ride off into the sunset for more whining, wenching, and pirating.
Oh, whining, like drinking, not like he's whining.
Yes, not like whining. No, that was supposed to be more of like a, whining the women, wine women in song.
I got you. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, Wayman Wong.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually think he'd be great for the Packlids because, like Geordi, Wayman is really good at fixing things. He and his wife run a laundromat where things are always breaking down and he has to fix them. So he's very handy with that. And the Packlets don't know what the hell's going on, right? They need things fixing all the time. So they would appreciate that. Also, Evelyn, his wife, until the end of the movie, doesn't appreciate him at all, really. Takes him for granted. And the Packlets, I would really appreciate him for all his great qualities. And he can fix things. And he's also very empathetic. He knows about love and caring about people and showing kindness. I think the Packlets could learn some of that because, as Matt kind of alluded to, I don't know. I think they want to just take things and take people who need, so they could learn a lot, just like Evelyn learns from Waymond in the movie. The Packlets could learn to become true romantics and show their love for each other and for Waymond. And he's awesome. Well, in certain parallel universe versions of him, which Star Trek has the mirror universe, so that's fine. He's an awesome kick-ass martial artist, so he could defend them because they can't fucking do shit.
They're good at stealing people.
Have you ever seen them do martial arts?
No, but they steal people and they have weapons.
They'd be more like sumo
they don't know
wrestlers.
how to fucking do anything.
Exactly.
In a physical fight, they would be decimated.
That's true.
But Waymond would defend them.
That's
because
true.
he took out a whole freaking office building just with his fanny pack in the movie.
I haven't seen the movie yet, so spoiler alert.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't give anything really that important away, I don't think. To the movie,
You didn't.
There's so much stuff going on.
Yeah, there's a whole underlying story left. It's worth a watch though. I thought it was.
I didn't really give anything key away.
You gave away that Waymond Wong was a romantic.
Ah.
Whoa. I did give that away. Sorry. Evening, Pierre. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Pierre.
Hey, Pierre.
All right. That's my argument for Waymond and Packlets. By the way, Johnny says before we go to Francis, the hell with all these movies. What about Cocaine Bear?
I mean, it's a bear snorting cocaine. I mean, what do you want?
It's
like the best film ever.
Of course.
It's got Felicity in it.
Yeah.
Does it have Felicity from Arrow?
No, Felicity from Felicity.
Why would I? All right.
What's her face?
Why would I know that?
No, I know who you mean.
She was in The Americans.
Yeah.
Can't remember her name now.
God damn it. All right, forget it. Go on.
River Phoenix. Anyway.
Carrie Russell.
Carrie Russell, thank you.
There you go.
Look,
I mean, who do you have?
I have Steve Urkel, who's the only real kind of like technical engineer amongst the three of us. And he is good at making things go. I mean, he made a BMW Isetta go, even though, ever since they showed that car back in that Family Matters, I wanted that car for the longest time. It's such a funny looking car. I love it so much.
One Packlet in that car, though.
You can't. I'm sure I barely fit in that car if I went into it. But it looks great. But he makes things go. He not only does he make things go, but he can turn all of the Packlets into suave, sexy, debonair men, as he did as
like
Stefan Urkel. Right?
How would their names be now?
The
just say French.
packed lids, they're
lids.
They're packed or stacked. They're stack lids because they're stacked with muscles. So the stack lids will have increased intelligence. They'll look gorgeous with their long flowing mane, and they will not need to steal other engineers away to make things work because they will have been so improved by Stephen Urkel's devices that they can totally handle a world all on their own.
So they won't need him then.
Well, but they will honor him like a god because of what they did for the people of Packlydia or whatever it's called.
Packlydia. I would like to point out though, Urkel's machine did not make him any smarter. Actually,
they just made him more. Genius. He was already a genius, that's true. But he was genius with good looks. Yeah.
I feel like the Packleds in like the Star Trek universe were like human beings that went through a transporter sequence with an armadillo.
Yes, they were.
That is an amazing description of the Packleds.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Really into taupes, kind of funky looking, not very smart.
So wait, if Geordi just knocked them on their backs, would he have defeated them?
Yes, they couldn't. They would not know how to get back up again. But just
Picard would have been like, "Jordan, just tip them over."
I just remember they were like ruthless. They were like, give us back our engineer, like permission denied, and they just kept shooting him with tasers and stuff.
They were pretty.
Horrible.
Yeah,
They shot Jordy?
Oh yeah, like multiple times.
Oh, they were like kind of torturing him, right, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I hate the fucking Packlids. I
Well,
actually might hate them more than any other
they're
race. To be honest
awful.
with you.
They're awful, but that's what makes them such good villains because they're
No, they're not good
Yeah.
because they're fucking dumb and they're stupid.
That's
and,
fine. That
And
I
anybody,
like the twist.
Enterprise, Picard
It's a
would have
good
wiped the
twist.
floor with them. Like,
Well,
But instead, you had Riker.
you had right.
oh, was
Yeah,
Picard not there?
No, I think that wasn't that the episode where he was on Risa or something
No,
like
'cause
that.
that
No. That was
Ryza was his own episode.
So what was he doing though? I don't
Was he off with
remember.
Wesley in some stupid trip?
No. Oh yeah, I think that was when his heart gave out.
Is
So
it?
they were
Yeah.
trying to get Geordi back because they needed to race back to get her. No, I don't know. Man,
Tell
I
us in
feel
the
bad
chat.
now. Yeah,
Oh.
I need to rewatch TNG. Apparently, I used to know those blind.
It's
But
been
yeah,
a while.
It's been a
Yeah.
long while.
But
It's
okay,
been a hot
well, if
minute.
Picard was there, he wouldn't have been putting up with any Packlid nonsense. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he would have had their number.
Did Packlids come for Packland?
Packland.
Packland. Yes.
Pac-Man, yeah.
Uh,
Wayman Wong is from Everything Everywhere All at Once, which a movie that is winning many awards. Let's just made.
Awards?
Checking it. Yeah.
Wayman Wong getting an award.
Yeah. Well, the actor did.
Ah.
Wayman taking out an office building with a fanny pack is also the plot for Die Hard.
Mhm.
Oh, that's true.
Ho ho ho! Now I have a machine gun.
Wayman says, "Now I have a fanny pack."
Yeah,
No, he doesn't. But he should.
That-
it's a man bag.
Proof that brains don't always win against stupid.
Hey, I mean that's true.
Yeah.
Wait, what is this? The Packlids were like, oh, the Rain Man. I thought he was gonna say the Romulans. The Rain
No,
Man.
because Rain Man was
Raymond is actually brilliant in mathematics and
Right.
logic stuff. Yeah,
right.
He's a savant.
he's
He's a
on the
savant,
spectrum,
yeah.
so he has
Yeah.
social difficulties.
Yeah.
The Packlids are just fucking not good at anything.
No, well, they're good at convincing
Kidnapping?
people that kidnapping.
Yeah, but
and
I-
torture.
To be fair to this fictional species, I think that one of the things that they said was that the Pack-Leds were introduced technology too early. So they had like
Yeah.
a Napoleon inferiority complex. So they were not allowed to mature along, their own route. So they were corrupted.
Which is why the Prime Directive exists. Okay, the Prime Directive exists for that very reason. The Packlids are the result of not following
right.
the Prime Directive.
That's
Yeah.
in the entry for Prime Director. They just show a picture of the Packlids.
They've got posters up like health posters around Starfleet
You
headquarters.
break the Prime Directive, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Be like Picard.
All right. Be like Picard, is that what you said?
Yeah, because that's all he ever did for like seasons was just like Prime Directive this, Prime Directive that.
Yeah, but there was
And he's like, "Arr."
what was the episode where he was like put on trial because they thought that there was a conspiracy on board the Enterprise, and that was like one of the things that she used against him was how many times
saw
he had
that.
violated the Prime
I saw
Directive.
that recently,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
when one of his officers had said he was half Vulcan, but he was actually half Romulan.
Yeah, and
They
there was
thought
like
he was
a
being-
malfunction on the Enterprise, and they thought it might be sabotage.
Yes.
Sabotage.
You say sabotage. I say sabotage.
All right,
well-
that was One True Pairing, folks. Is the drumhead the name of the episode? Or-
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great, Jamie. That's perfect.
Don't be a Kirk, or this will happen to you. Shows Picard on trial.
Oh.
Yeah, Kirk broke the Prime Directive plenty of times too, right?
Plenty of times. Probably just to get some booty.
Mm-hmm. That was my thoughts exactly. Yeah.
Not Packlid booty, I'll tell you that. Were there any females actually, or were they all males?
I would think that would be one of those races that you probably couldn't tell the difference.
Yeah.
They were so
Sex.
androgynous
Yeah.
that,
Yep. All right, that's One True Pairing. Thanks for the suggestions, folks. We appreciate it. I have no idea who won. I don't know. Nobody really wants to be the Packlid, so
it's a real Sophie's choice. Yeah.
Anyway, before we thank our Patreons and do viewer's choice, let's talk to Matt and what he's got going on. All right, 4610 Studios.
Yeah, I really wish I had something like ultra fabulous to plug or anything like that. But at 4610 Studios, we've been kind of focusing more on products for lead generation for our business clients,
Oh.
which is very dry. But yeah, we've been doing a lot as far as writing our own code, building our own products. And so I've kind of stepped back a little bit from the filmmaking. I had to break some of my friends' hearts and say I'm focusing on the business. But the idea is to build the business up a little bit so I can get back and start producing my own films and things like that. So I'm still doing some gigs here locally and still got my thumb on video production, but just not as much on film production. I can't walk away from the business right now for a while. So, and I have been watching, I told Francis, I've been watching The Rookie on streaming. So a little personal thing. I've been playing this game called Hard Space Shipbreaker on PlayStation 5.
Whoa. What is this?
It's called Hard Space Shipbreaker. It's a single player game, but you get on and you essentially, it's got a kind of an interesting storyline where you're like 200 years in the future and you're basically just taking spaceships and using tools, breaking them down into their component elements and then throwing them into bins. And so it's just like real chill, and you just get on and you break things apart into pieces and you earn money. And it's just it's a zen of a video game because it's not competitive. I can just get on and I can just do some mindless gaming. And it's got a really kind of cool storyline too. It's like a kind of a union, you're a hardworking shipbreaker and they're just trying to take advantage of you. So it's got a really kind of a cool little storyline too.
Wow.
But yeah,
I like this.
It was on sale on PlayStation last month for like $28. So I had a friend of mine who turned me on to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that, and I think the new Destiny is about to drop. So that's
right.
Yeah.
New DLC.
Yeah. So Lightbringer or something like that. I can't
They're giving it away if you're a PlayStation Plus member. They're just giving it to you. So
of course.
Like here's $30 worth of game. Enjoy.
Yeah, I think there's only 2 expansions left, including that one, and then they're done with Destiny. Yeah.
Destiny 3?
No, not that I know of. I think the gaming company is just like, we've played it out as far as we want to.
It's Bungie, right?
Yeah.
Bungie, yeah. Wow.
All right.
I mean,
the right website, by the way, for you guys, though?
That is. You can also go to fatsacksofcash.com if they want to see one of our new products.
What? Fat Sacks of Cash.
Fatsacksofcash.com. If you want fat sacks of cash, you need to buy maps, multi-area power SEO to supercharge the SEO for your business.
That's amazing.
Larry and I, it's just the two of us. Actually, we got Cheyenne now, who's a part-timer. We just actually hired a sales guy to start selling maps. So we've actually expanded the company quite a bit over the course of the past 6 months. But Larry wrote an AI script for doing SEO posts for people that are in service-based businesses. So that's what we're trying to sell right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
I explain it as Mad Libs SEO to people because it's a text spinner. And I think that every blog post, it's kind of along the same lines, but it's a database of every city and county in the United States. And you plug in what business that you're in, and it just spins the text in like 2 billion different variants, depending on where you're at and what you're doing.
I never thought AI would get anywhere, and now it's just like doing everything.
And ours is like basic AI. It's like Larry is not like anyway, obviously we don't have a team doing it, but the things that you can do with code now, even just if you just know what you're doing, it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
I love it. I love it, actually.
Pierre asked, does this
awesome.
give away actual cash?
No, but if you've got a business that is a service-based business, what it is the way that it writes it, we've actually gotten things that have gotten onto page 1 blog posts within like 6 hours of being posted and gone to number 1 within 24 hours in certain businesses. So it's working, which is cool. Yeah.
That's great.
Nice.
Who knew? Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. But that's why
Fatsacksofcash.com, huh?
Yeah, well, it's kind of one of those things that the way that we market ourselves is we want people that are kind of weird like us. And it's kind of like if somebody looks at fatsacksofcash.com and they're just like, okay, these are guys that are can make me some money and they're not taking themselves too seriously. It kind of helps weed out people that are kind of stiff and that we maybe probably wouldn't interact with very well anyway. The site itself is pretty standard, but I just had that idea. Larry and I have known each other for 40 years. We went to preschool together.
Whoa!
So we just
Wow.
when we get on and we talk about things, I had him buy we're going to start up a website for a global time initiative because we think that the world just needs to go on military time because we're sick of time zones. We just want to be able to say, we're coming on at 1100. We're coming on at 2300, whatever. I don't think in this day and age, time zones make any sense with a global economy the way the thing is. Just get rid of all of that stupidity.
Well, you'll get that to happen when you can convince the U.S. to go metric.
That's a larger bite for us. So we figured that the military time would be okay. Yeah.
So is it fat sacks or stacks?
Sacks. Like
yeah.
Well, just so you know, we and Amalia are going to start fatsacksofsocks.com soon.
not fat socks of
Fat socks of sacks?
Of cash. No, so they have fat sacks.
Fat socks of cash.
Yeah. So that
cash in the socks.
One misspelling away from the other website. That's all it takes is one misspelling.
Oh, maybe we could take some of their traffic.
Exactly. We'll give you a backlink. You put ours on yours and back and forth. Yeah.
Excellent. We got a good plan.
Yeah.
Everyone on Zulu. Wait, is Zulu the same as GMT?
Greenwich Mean Time. Yeah.
But is that Zulu? Is that another name for Greenwich?
That's what the military calls it, Zulu time. Yeah. Okay. So basically, 0 is London, and then it goes around from there. So I think it's one of those things that, like metric system that they just need to rip the Band-Aid off. And it'll suck for most people for a generation or so, but then kids will grow up with it and it won't be any big deal. It'll just be one more thing that I'll be able to go, I remember back when we had time zones. And
listen, I just want them to get rid of daylight savings.
Look, I just want to be measured in stone.
There you go.
Listeners, mate, I just put up that site, but the other one was fatsacksofcash.com.
Yeah. We haven't, the Global Time Initiative thing is literally something that we just did this week, so it's not up or anything yet.
Okay.
So it's we find ways to amuse ourselves, and why not throw something up? Part of ours is just like, I wonder if there's like a niche out there. Is there a tribe out there for us that are also sick of time zones? If so, I want to know these people.
Like as long as that means the end of daylight saving and all that stuff. That's all that matters.
Again, in Indiana, there are 2 areas in Indiana that are on Central Time, and everybody else is on Eastern.
Really?
So Evansville and Gary, Indiana
so
are
you're
the
one
only
of the few areas that are on Central.
Yeah. So it's like people are crossing time zones to get into where I'm at.
Fuck.
It really is.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah. And so that's probably part of it.
Have a good night, Amalia. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Amalia.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Amalia. Tell us anytime you want to come on again.
Yeah. And I can learn more about socks.
And Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
And Indian Jones.
Oh, you know what? If Amalia could be sent in Indiana Jones' socks, she would be in heaven.
Yeah. I figure Indian Jones is kind of like Clutch Cargo.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. 2 time zones, daytime and nighttime. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All
Good luck.
Let's thank our awesome Patreons here. We always appreciate you guys very much. You can go to patreon.com/super-geeked-up. And you can just donate any amount you want per month. Remember, folks, by the way, if you're at $5 or more per month, I think it's that level. I think it's 5, but you can check.
It's your Patreon.
You can send in. I know, but do you have all the things memorized? I don't have everything.
I don't know. I don't have anything memorized. That's my problem.
Anyway, I believe it's $5 a month. You can send in a geeky question for us to remember. You can send that to us, and we'll use it on the show for our first geeky question. So don't forget to feel free to send those in if you like. $10 or more a month, of course, you are a super shout out patron, and that's when we list your name live during the show in some kind of weird geeky way. Francis, what are we going to do as a theme this week?
I'm using a list of obsolete units of measurement.
Ooh, is that where the stone came from? Is that why you had that on your mind?
I just thought of it right now. I'm like, I should look up obsolete units of measurement.
Do you have the Wikipedia thing up?
I have the Wikipedia up. Yep.
What? I don't even know what these are.
I don't know what any of these are either, but apparently They're
all right, nobody's gonna know what this means though, Francis.
but I'm gonna pick the ones that people will know. Like for instance,
Like a cubit.
like look,
ahead,
Maria and Justin Deron for KLI brand. You guys are a large sack of awesome, which apparently is equivalent to 2 sacks. What is one large sack? So there you go.
Well, Craig Allen Poole, you are as cool as 10 slugs.
Ah!
That is a unit of measurement, folks. Let me see what the. Okay, I don't know. The British imperial system it's used apparently.
Yeah.
To find mass.
You know
slugs.
what? And Rachel
Never
J.
mind. You don't weigh that many slugs, though, Craig. I'm not.
And Rachel J. Look, we've always known you're a shipload of fun, which I don't. It doesn't say what a shipload is, but it is a measurement, a shipload, which is apparently 20 keels, but I don't know, which is apparently 430 kilograms, which is also 900,000 pounds. So there you go.
Well, Victor Snyder,
That's
are
how much fun you are.
one kick-ass tank. Because a tank is an obsolete unit of mass measurement in India.
Oh, there you go.
All
Equal
right.
to 4.4 grams.
Tammy
No,
Anderson,
whatever.
you are a candy of amazing, which is, of course, southeast unit of measurement, which just means a bunch of different things. But yes, you're candy. And you're also sweet, so thank you very much.
I like candy.
Do.
All right, that was Tammy, right?
Yes.
Candy Tammy. Johnny Pepis. So let's see if Johnny's in the chat. Johnny, you are like as cool as 5 coombs.
Okay.
A coomb is a volume measurement. They think from 13th century England, it's defined as 4 bushels.
So if you had 4 bushels sitting next to you, would that be a kumbaya?
That was good. That's a good one.
Who are we at? Terry, right?
Yes.
Terry Field, you are a Batman of amazing.
What?
Which is a Batman is a unit of mass used in the Ottoman Empire and among Turkic peoples of the Russian Empire. You are a Batman. Batman. You're Batman.
Well, Zendria, even better than Batman, Zendria is a Homer.
Homer.
Homer. A biblical unit of volume used for liquids and dry goods. And then they go to say a homer is equal to 10 baths. And they keep going, a bath is equal to this, which is equal to that. And none of them fucking make any sense. They're all obsolete. I mean, like baths, like is it equal to like filling up 10 baths maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
But then you'd have to have a standard bath.
Bathtub. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Jalou, you are a scrupulum of awesome, which is apparently you are a million scrupulum because it's a tiny stone, which means that it's very tiny, but you're a million of the scrupulum.
A scrupulum sounds like an ancient Roman medical implement to me.
Well, it is.
Yeah.
It is
Roman.
Roman.
In the scrotum.
So it is Roman.
Okay,
So you're
okay.
on the right spot. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, man, he really dug into me with that scrupulum the other day. I thought I was going to die.
All right. And now on Cethos, right?
Yes.
Of course. Thank you, Cethos, who is a awesome putty. Not pudding like Harley Quinn would say, Mr. J. But a putty is an obsolete unit of dry volume used in southern India. And it was later standardized to 100 cubic inches called the government putty.
All right. Well, there you go.
Right. So
I bet government putty tastes awful.
I know, right?
It's all the red tape.
Putty cats. Putty cats.
I thought I saw a putty
Like
dad.
Tweety would say.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I don't know your obsolete measurements, but you're not obsolete in our hearts.
No.
I used to have a 30-inch waistline. Is that an obsolete measurement?
Oh.
Oh, I know the feeling.
Yeah.
So, Tammy liked the being called candy.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny Sweet, he'll take it. Okay, good.
All right.
Rim shot. Oh, I think this was to Matt's joke, which was kumbaya.
Deserving.
Oh, she was stationed in Indiana when they ignored daylight. Oh, wait, did Indiana at
there
one
you go.
point get rid of it?
They did. We stayed
now
on the same time all the time.
Oh,
But,
that
now,
must
but
be
you
yeah.
have it
nice.
now, right?
Yeah. I don't know why. And again, I've never figured out why Indiana wouldn't be on Chicago time. It's only the largest metropolitan area in the region. But
They like to complicate
Holy
things.
shit!
They
Listeners
do.
may actually had heard of a Homer before. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, way to go.
Yeah, very impressive. Patreon.com/super geeked up, folks. If you want to help us out, or if you want to do a one-time thing, you can go to the super chat icon, $. I think it's still $sign underneath your YouTube chat. Yeah, exactly where Matt's pointing. And that you can do that too. Thank you very much.
How did I skip? I should have used butt. Butt is I should have used butt as a measurement because butt is a measurement. BUTT. It's equivalent to 2 hogsheads. Like I guess actual
Like
literal hogsheads.
That's how they measure things at Hogsmeade.
In Hogsmeade. Or Hogsworts.
Yes, the Hogsworts.
The Hogsworts.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think he dislikes Chicago. He's saying Chicago is also called Second City sometimes. He's saying they should be because Chicago is the closest city, right?
Yeah. Well, the biggest, closest city, largest industrial center. Why wouldn't you want to be on the same time as them?
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Why not?
Especially since we share a border with them.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I'm just a guy.
You're just a guy with fat sacks of cash.
Fat sacks of cash.
Oh yeah, maybe they'll start paying attention to me when I've got fat sacks of cash. I'm gonna be like Scrooge McDuck. I'm gonna have a money bin.
You're gonna swim in it.
Yeah.
Next time he's on the show, he's gonna do it from his money pit. His pool of money.
Just covered in dollar bills. Yeah.
No, gold coins.
Oh, gold coins. Sure.
Like Scrooge.
There you go.
Just to his neck, just buried in coins.
Yeah.
Matt, we have expectations now.
All right. I'm not going to have like sock money, but I'll have quite a bit.
Okay.
All right. Last segment for the night, folks. Viewer's choice. Tell us what geeky thing you would like us to discuss, and we will do so. You can just put in the chat. Again, thank you so much, folks, for watching. And if you're watching in post, you can always put your comments there. Why don't we do this now while we're waiting for topics? Let's get the links out of the way. So once again, if you have some business service need, 4610studios.com or fatsexcash.com. And that can help you out.
Yeah.
And you can discuss time zone eradication with him as well.
Right. Yes. Which is the important thing here.
We need a few good people on our team to get rid of time zones. Time zones is the biggest threat we have to modern society. It's not nuclear weapons. It's not weather balloons. It's people not knowing what time zone they're in.
What time is it?
What time?
And folks, of course, Francis, you can watch besides here.
Yeah, go to POI Podcast, where we have the most generic podcast on the internet, and we talk about all sorts of fun, semi-pop culture things and wrestling. For some reason, even though I have
not for some reason, because Josh is obsessed.
I know Josh, and Josh loves it. I have no idea about any of it, but I do learn a lot.
Does anybody ever call you guys Poi Podcast?
Poi,
I was just thinking about that's where they got the poi, the hoi polloi.
The hoi polloi.
Yeah, Poi. Let's listen to the Poi Podcast.
Well, so
a bunch of Pacific Islanders tune in.
Hey, I'm pseudo Pacific Islander, I guess. So there you go.
There you go.
But we used to have the Points of Interest used to have a poster in a kind of a graffiti font, and people thought it said podcast, and nobody would talk to us.
Josh too, actually.
Yeah. Well, it's apropos for Josh because that's the industry he works in. Bye, Jeff. But but it did prevent people from wanting to talk to us because they thought, you guys.
I would think you get all sorts of people on the podcast.
I know he's the guy's based out of Denver, so you think like it's the capital.
He's high all the time.
Exactly. You can't help it. You're a mile high. You are obviously high. Figurative, literally as
that's
well.
That's actually funny that it works both ways.
Yeah, both figuratively and literally high all the time.
All right. No, you know, guys.
No recommendations tonight.
Right,
That's
Matt,
okay. We have.
Topic,
there's a lot of things to talk about.
A geeky topic.
Oh, we've hit so much already.
I know we have.
No. Yeah.
I was kind of going back to Star Trek. Just something I did the other day is I think Patrick Stewart's 82 now, so I actually did a search to see if Patrick Stewart had any public appearances. I was like, okay, damn it, I need to be in the same room as Patrick Stewart. I've been in the same room as William Shatner. Man's getting old. He's going to get to the point where he's not going to be doing public appearances anymore. There are Zero results came up on Google for Patrick Stewart public appearances,
No con
which I was
appearances?
shocked by. Yeah. I even looked up.
I luckily did get it was actually him and all the captains up to Enterprise on a panel together. I got to see him, which was really awesome.
That would have been. Was that at Dragon Con?
No, that was actually at a now defunct con, I believe, called Big Apple. It was in New York City Comic Con. It was put on by what the fuck is it? Wizards? Not Wizards of the Coast.
Oh.
There was some company that put on a lot of cons.
I would go to now defunct con.
Now defunct con.
It would be like all the rejects, all the people that had a con and lost it, band together and create now defunct con.
Or celebrities who don't get invited anymore, they go to now defunct con.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I go to that too. Good idea.
Yeah.
By the way, I missed this from Jalou. He said this earlier. How many worlds have a half Kirk human child on them as Kirk plows his way across the stars?
Yeah.
Sowing the seeds of prime director violation doesn't work.
Oh man, I think every planet has at least one Kirk baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing that Patrick Stewart isn't making the rounds, especially with Picard season 3 coming
tomorrow.
out. Tomorrow,
actually, a few hours. Probably.
Is it tomorrow? Really?
It's the 16th.
Yeah. I still haven't seen season 2. That was another. I think that
I only
was what
got
was
through half
telling
of
me
it, and I'm not watching the rest. So
I saw that Jonathan Frakes was on the Michael Rosenbaum podcast, and so I started watching that. I was like, man, I need to start taking these opportunities to see these people before they're gone.
That's a good idea.
So
here's the thing: I don't feel you have to watch season 2 at all, though, because I'm like on lukewarm about Picard.
I love Q though. Q's one of my favorite characters.
Okay, well then you probably want to see it then.
Yeah.
But here's one of my I'll get to your in a second, listeners, mate. I thought of this the other day when I was talking to friends who are big Star Trek fans.
Mm-hmm.
Picard, I feel, is a show that has no idea what it wants to be because every season has been different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The first season was about this girl who had like a clone basically.
Yeah.
And then the second season she wasn't even in it, and it was just let's just go back in time. And that's it. And then the third season reunite the cast, and most of the people from the first 2 seasons are not in the third season.
Yeah.
Like I literally they just do something different and this is my problem with the show. Like I don't feel like they never had a vision really.
I think the most likable character in the first series was the captain of the ship. He was like the guy that I liked the most. Yeah.
So they told me he's not in it anymore. Well, because I guess yes, which he was. I agree. He was the best new one.
Yeah, and I haven't seen. What was the new series that they had with Christopher Pike that came out?
Strange New Worlds.
That I fucking love.
I think his character was the best one in Discovery, but I haven't watched that one yet. I'm one of those idiots that have had a Paramount Plus subscription for like 2 years now, and I barely watch anything on Paramount Plus.
Hey, I have a Netflix one, and I barely watch Netflix. So I get you. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It happens.
Stranger Worlds though feels like my kind of Star Trek, like 90s Star Trek. So and also so
I'm going to get to it, but I want to be able. I get into this trap,
season, so it's not too bad right now.
Yeah, I get into this trap where I feel like if I can't focus on it, then I don't want to. For stuff like that, so like The Rookie, which I've been watching, I'll be playing on my PlayStation and have The Rookie on my phone and just be listening to it because it's a police procedural comedy, and he's like, so I can just tell. I've seen enough Nathan Fillion stuff that I can literally picture him in my mind. Anything that comes out of his mouth, I know what it's like. So it's like I can just have that on and be plowing through some content while I'm breaking up ships.
Wait, how many seasons has that show been on? Because he can't be a rookie anymore.
3 or 4. Yeah, I think I'm just starting season 3, and he's just about to finish being a rookie. I think. Yeah,
the longest rookie.
He's like
LAPD rookie.
Ensign Kim of Star Trek.
He refuses to be
a rookie.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for watching, Johnny. We appreciate it.
Good night, Johnny.
Bye, Johnny.
Thanks for hanging out. And he freezes. Oh, there you go.
I'm back. I'm here. I'm good. Shit, I just reminded something I wanted a topic to discuss. I don't know what it was.
Did Lister have something, or did you say?
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you think there is a lack, and I'm sorry, listeners, you actually asked this last week and I forgot to get to it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lack of or an abundance of sincerity in the world today?
I think I would probably say that there is probably an abundance of sincerity, but like everything else, it doesn't sell. So you're not seeing it on, CNN isn't going to spend time documenting random acts of sincerity or anything like that. You do see them. I like those videos on YouTube where people do those compilations of this restored my faith in humanity and things like that.
Yeah.
So I like watching those from time to time just to remind myself that people in general are good, or at least I like to think so. I remember, I think we did this video today we've got a local high school that's a charter school here in town that's like a top 100 high school that's in Evansville, which is really cool. And so I got to listen to a lot of these kids talking about their thoughts on the future and lifelong learning and things like that, and what the most impactful thing that they learned in. And one of the things I learned very young, that is not a complicated concept at all, but I remember learning about the bell curve when I was a kid.
Ooh,
how you got that small percentage, 10% on either end, and then the 80% in the middle. And people focus on that 10% so often in life because that's not to get too political, but the far right or the far left, or the haters, or, the people at the extremes are the people that are getting the most press and always have. And then you have those 80% of people that are just living their lives, loving on their families and friends, and doing things at their churches and their schools and things like that. But that, unless you're plugged into those communities, you're not going to hear about. So what's that Abraham Lincoln quote about? If you look for the worst in people, you'll always find it. Mm-hmm. So I think for me, when you're asking that question, is just 90% of the game is just believing that people are good. And that's what you're going to start. Those people are going to come into your orbit. I'm sorry, I got up on a real big soapbox there.
That is amazing.
No, but
that's amazingly well said. I'm not even going to add to that because I can't say anything better than you just said. That was awesome.
But yeah, look for those videos too, though. That I agree with as well. Yeah. That's
Very well done. All right, I hope you enjoyed that answer. That was awesome. And Jalu says, "What did you do for Singles Awareness Day?" I think he was saying that's like the day before Valentine's Day, I guess.
I don't know. I thought it was Valentine's Day exactly on that day, especially. Right?
Like if you're single.
You're pretty aware you're single on Valentine's Day.
Can't get away from it.
You know what though? I'll be honest with you. Well, that's not true. I did at the very end of the day yesterday looked at the Facebook dating briefly. Mm-hmm. But the rest of the day, actually, I got a ton of writing done yesterday, man. That's what I did.
Oh, that's good.
Like I got more writing than I usually did. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what'd you do for
I'm aware.
Did you do? But no, what did you do? Not if you're aware you're single. What did you do?
I don't. Not really. I feel like I should do something for singles because there's an actual holiday, in China, like in November, that's like a Singles Day. Like it's like the actual opposite of Valentine's Day, where it's a holiday dedicated to being single.
What do they do?
Well, they ended up turning into a shopping sale day instead of like actually being. So they turned into that. But it used to be just like you just did stuff for yourself, or you went out and took yourself out to do something. But I didn't do anything. I guess I attempted to, plan a date. I guess that's it. So that I won't be aware that I'm single anymore. We'll see.
There you go.
We'll see if that happens. You never know. So other than that, it's.
Matt, I don't even know. Are you single, Matt?
I've got a girlfriend, but this is we've been dating a little over 2 years, but this is the second Valentine's Day with her that I've ever dated anyway during Valentine's Day. And I'm in my mid 40s. So I spent many a Valentine's Day single and was completely aware of it. I will say the one thing that I do appreciate about this holiday compared to most is that if you are single, at least the day after you've got half price candy. So you do benefit from the holiday.
Oh yeah.
So it is a gift to me.
Oh, I know what I'm doing this weekend. I forgot. You're right. Oh man, because I'm one of the few people. I know the candy hearts are like the candy corn of Valentine's Day, but I love candy hearts, conversational hearts.
Really?
I do. I don't know why. I like the chalkiness of it, but I just like chalky sugar.
We should do super geeked up hearts or candy with saying.
Yeah, we'll make it chocolate though. We're not going to make it this chalky business. Chocolate, yes. Yeah, you don't want to do the chalkiness of the. It's because I'm the only one that's going to eat it otherwise, and I'll just eat all the conversation candies. But I love conversational. I love conversational hearts. Unhealthily.
Yeah,
I love them that much. Yeah. So just letting. Yeah, but
I would probably put a limit per day.
Well, luckily, because there's I forget, was it Sweethearts? I think are the ones that make them,
Okay.
and they didn't make it 1 year. Like they didn't make Conversational Hearts 1 year. They gave it to some other company, and it was awful. It was terrible.
Oh.
And now they did it this year, and I made sure to get as many boxes as I can, which was like four little tiny boxes. I'm like, I'm good for I'm good for the month. This is great. So
I would think Conversational Hearts would have such a shelf life.
I mean, yeah,
they must be good for decades.
That's what they should be eating in The Walking Dead. They should be finding hearts to eat because they last forever.
Yeah. I mean, they're probably taking all the Conversational Hearts that finally go bad. They're probably using them to build like port of call quays and stuff like that. They're using them for fillers to build,
You're not wrong. What was that Woody Harrelson zombie movie? God, Zombieland. Yeah. In Zombieland, it shouldn't have been Twinkies. It should have been Conversational Hearts. That they're like, oh, these survived the apocalypse.
Yeah.
These are awful, but also
Lister's
amazing.
mate says they have a Pepto-Bismol flavor. He loves them.
Yeah, it does.
I'm bad.
All right, one last question here. If you were to be remembered for one thing in your life, what would you want that one thing to be? From Jalou, thank you for that question. Since we're doing the show right now, I guess I'm going to say that I started this Super Geeked Up, and that we became a community of really amazing, positive, geeky people, unlike most of the internet, where everyone's supportive of each other and not a bunch of assholes. But like, I really feel like we do, we have a community here, right? That joins us every week and online,
right.
and all our awesome guests like Matt who have come on, and everybody's been great. And it's like,
thank you.
I think it's the, every week I know I'm going to be surrounded with really awesome, supportive people. So that's, I think I wouldn't be remembered for that. What about you, Matt?
So I probably am taking.
You got rid of the global.
Yeah. I mean, but I probably would take a more metaphysical kind of approach to that question and say that to me, that kind of stuff is a bit of a psychological trap. So, I mean, I probably, when I was a kid, had those kinds of ideas about wanting to be remembered for and things like that. But I mean, kings and queens and presidents, and eventually all of that goes by the wayside. And I think that can oftentimes blind you to being in the moment and helping others. So kind of like those same people that I was talking about before, the unsung heroes. My parents were both teachers, and they improved upon the lives of so many young people. And it was their job, and they loved it and they were passionate about it. But I think your legacy is more how you leave things better behind you, which doesn't necessarily have to be a grand, glorious gesture. So living a good life and things like that, keep things simple. Don't try and do something historic. Just try to be a good person, which is hard enough in this day and age.
But even though history may not remember you, there will be people in your life that remember you for that important.
History is only going to remember the name Enterprise, and I can't do better than that.
Good pull.
Gotta end strong.
Francis, you want to add anything to that?
No, that's great. I mean, I would have given a silly answer. Like I would have loved to be remembered by something I say turning into a catchphrase that ends up turning into something that people say. Yeah. Like that ends up. Yeah. Well, and it turns into a form of measurement that eventually becomes obsolete. And it then becomes put into that Wikipedia page, so that when people look up the word, well, how many frefs was it?
Fernandez.
No, how many frefs was it? And it's like, well, it was 7 frefs, really, which is equivalent to like one Barbra Streisand and and a Jeff and 2 Jeff Goldblums, and that turns into a single fref. So there you go. I'm like, oh, okay. But something silly like that would be kind of fun to be remembered by. But I mean, that's just me being silly, because you're right. Yeah, it's just improving other people's lives in little bit itty bitty ways. Just do it that way.
I think I just realized I just kind of Ned Niederlandered you guys. You guys remember the Three Amigos?
Yes.
There's that one scene where there's like, what are you going to do with the money? And like Steve Martin's like, I'm going to buy a big flashy car and I'm going to drive around and show Flugelman a thing or two. And then Chevy Chase is like, yeah, I'm going to go on trips and, wine and women and song and stuff like that. And then it gets to Martin Short and he's just like, I'm going to start up a home for homeless children. And they're just like, oh yeah, I was going to do that, before I get the car.
You definitely,
of course.
Yeah. It was just like, I don't care what you guys are going to do. I'm going to feed the homeless. And you're just like, oh.
All I know is that Matt's coming up with all the good references. I mean, Three Amigos too. I love that. I was thinking about that movie just recently. How much I love that film.
Yeah,
and,
Tammy, thank goodness you mentioned Reface, because once I had to restart, I forgot to bring Facebook back up where she.
Oh, there you go.
So thank you, Tammy. By the way, just real quick, I just like how this question is phrased. Like it sounds like Girl Scout cookies is like a drug dealing situation.
It kind of is. Usually have like a
I gotta have those Thin Mints.
Oh,
usually
I don't like those actually. I like the
Thin Mints are
trefoils are the ones I like.
Like I'm a Samoan guy. I like Samoas. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not Samoan. What are you talking about?
But he can like Samoans.
I like Samoans. I love Samoans.
Yeah.
Do we have a Three Amigo reface? Oh no, she has.
I think she's saying that.
Like, well, he just said it, so she's like, "Oh, that we should do that."
I mean, there are three of us today.
These other ones, we got. Oh my god, we have so many. Holy fucking shit.
Well, we'll have to hold on to some of them for next week, I think. Right?
Wow, Tammy, you went.
Oh, Tammy.
I'll do them really quickly. Right, Tammy, you really went above and beyond. Let's see. Hang on here. All right, refaces. This is our faces on funny things that Tammy does too for us. If I can share this, boom.
There you
go.
You're
very. Oh man!
Wow.
We got our records.
I look like a Sally.
Oh, who's She-Hulk?
That's Johnny again, I think, right?
What,
Johnny?
I don't know. Well, Johnny was Katy Perry. I can't tell. Is it Lister's?
I can't tell. It's the way. It's the angle of the face.
It might be Lister's mate. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think John, because Johnny did say,
oh, there I'm somebody. That's not Kirk though that I am, right?
Well, that's Lister's mate Pike. as their Orion slave girl.
But I'm somebody. I don't know who I am.
You're Pike.
You're Pike. Oh,
wait, Pike met the Orion slave girls?
That was from the pilot of the original series.
Oh, I didn't know they were in. Oh, look who it is.
Oh, I wish I were animated.
Aww.
You want to be animated?
I'd love to be animated. Oh, the continued Jeffy Quinn saga continues.
Oh yes.
Johnny was She-Hulk. Yeah, I thought Johnny was She. She looked like Johnny. Man,
is it Matt as Palpatine?
Palpatine, because that's
wow. Yeah, that's very topical.
For Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Oh, Andy.
I'll take
Andy, and I'm fucking
Barney Fife.
Yeah.
Wow, look at my hair.
Yeah.
You look good.
That's really
good. You'd be a good. You could be a good Mr. Furley.
Back
in my day.
Wait, is that Ryan?
I don't know who that is. Who's the actor?
Playing like Mr. Rogers?
No. I mean, the font reminds me of like a Mr. Rogers, but I don't think that's Mr. Rogers. Rogers never piped.
No.
He wasn't a pipe guy.
No, I know it's not Mr. Rogers. Like when you're about to give him socks as a Christmas gift.
I'm sure that's Amalia.
Is it Amalia? Oh my god, that looks like an AI something or another. Wow. All right, that's interesting.
You as Oprah, of course.
You get a sock, and you get a sock.
Australia.
Socks underneath your seats.
Oh, she did give the car.
Oh, there you are. You're Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Did he say Napster? Napster was Napster around during...
That was.
Oh yeah.
That was after his time, I think.
Was it?
After maybe at the tail end of Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I want you to wear that hat, Francis.
I have a hat.
Or we should wear these hats. I don't know who we are.
Oh God, are these? Who are these? Are these Dairy Girls? I don't think these are Dairy Girls.
Is that a show? Dairy Girls? Is that a reality
the Dairy Girls is they're Irish.
Wait, it's an actual show?
It is.
Show. Yeah.
Reality TV.
It's a reality show?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No. It's a sitcom.
Oh, is it not?
It's the Dairy Girls is a sitcom of Irish ladies. Oh God, it's Dan Trejo.
Yeah.
Look at your hair whip flowing.
I mean, that's how it is now. That's how it is now. Just get out of the ponytail.
Tied it up.
I need to get more tattoos.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Ah,
You're Demi Moore.
You are.
I mean, my hair can kind of do that, sort
Yep.
of.
Now I'm Michael Douglas.
Yeah. Oh, we're very,
Wow, she
we're
looks
very.
sexy.
She's quick at this.
No, she's
Yeah,
good. She's real
crazy
good.
outfit.
Yeah.
Johnny Mnemonic.
No more.
Ah.
Oh God, that's what.
Oh, Paris Hilton and her sidekick from Farm Life was that one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Twilight.
Hey, Pat.
Oh yeah, he called
I'm
her
K
Spider
Stu.
Monkey, right? It's so weird.
K-Stu and R. Pats.
Better hold on tight, Spider
K Stu.
K-Stu. Kristen Stewart.
Oh,
And R. Pats. Robert Pattinson.
Bill Clinton.
Matt as Bill Clinton.
You look
Wow.
good as Clinton.
Oh.
I was about to say that's actually kind of scary. Wow.
You're going to have to grow a bigger forehead.
Is this Hamilton?
Hamilton. I don't know who's Hamilton.
Matt is
That's
in
me
that
as
too.
Hamilton.
Oh, man.
My presidential
As,
Tourette's.
Now Matt is. I don't know who you are.
That's
That's
Jack
JFK.
Bush.
You're JFK.
No, JFK? Oh, my
Because
God.
that's Jackie Onassis back
Oh,
there.
yeah, you're right. Oh, you're going to.
Wow,
Oh, please be all the presidents.
political
Wow,
figures.
yeah.
Now you're River Phoenix.
Oh,
Hey.
wow.
You got to get that hair, man.
Yeah, the hair looks great. I love that hair.
Oh.
I'm Leo, right?
Wow.
Yes, you're
I
going to
look
have to
good
get that
as
hair
Leo.
too,
You
Jeff.
do.
You need that hair.
That's right. That's right, ladies.
Yeah. Hey, put that on your profile.
Oh, now here comes the Indiana Jones ones. Oh yeah.
That's
I
you as
Indiana
Indy.
Jones. Oh, the
Yeah.
best, the good scene. Yeah. I got this big knife.
Oh, I mean, it's a good story too behind that
Yeah.
scene. So
Oh, yeah.
him being sick and all.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Harrison Ford was sick?
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was supposed to be a fight scene with a sword fight scene, and he's like, "I'm too sick. Let me just shoot the guy."
Is,
So-
Yeah.
Is he the one who improv the shooting, or did they just talk about it?
He recommended it. It was his idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good. It was a good move.
Oh,
Of course I am.
perfect. You're Sean Connery.
You named yourself after the dog.
They're trying to kill us.
Oh, we need an episode where we're all doing a Sean Connery impersonation.
Temple of Doom.
Ooh.
Oh, what is that? Oh,
Is that
I'll
that,
take
that,
it.
that Crystal Skull? Right.
I'll take
Yeah,
it.
it
Yeah.
is.
I don't-
Oh yeah.
But that's River's song from Doctor Who.
Is it?
Yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
she's
yeah, I
just-
guess it is. Yeah.
I wonder
All
why.
right. Wow, I got through all. Thank you, Tammy.
That's
That was
all of them.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you,
that was
Tammy, as
amazing.
always. That was fantastic. We're going to be all different Sean Connerys. Yeah, exactly. So if we do an episode, we're all doing Sean Connery impersonations. We'll do one from like Highlander and
Yeah.
Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
You
I love
Rock.
All right, cool. There you go, folks. That's our show for the night. Again, big thanks to Matt for coming on.
that. You?
Again, one last time, you can go to 4610studios.com or fatsacksofcash.com.
Sacks, not stacks. Sacks.
Sax, yeah.
And not socks.
Fat
That's
sacks.
the site we're going to start. Socks.
That's Sax.
All right, folks. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week, of course, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, because we are still on time zones right now.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be back when we're
2200 or 1900, depending on your time.
Oh,
zone.
yeah, I would. You know what? I wouldn't like that though. I don't like military time.
See, that's the thing, though, is we're taking it back. We're taking
That's
it
right.
all back.
That's right.
It's not going to be military time anymore.
Just going to be.
It's going to be a time for the people.
How many centimeters tall are
It'll be
you?
Volk's time.
Oh no! Now you want
How many
centimeters?
How many
Jeez.
hands are you? How many hands tall are you?
Yeah, just do that.
That's how you measure horses with
That
hands.
Yeah.
is how you measure horses.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Julio. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you very
Yes,
much for
have a good
watching and
night.
chatting with us.
Thank
Thank
you
you
all.
for watching in post. Thank you to our Patreons. But also remember, folks, even if you can't support us on Patreon, you can subscribe and like and share us, of course, and tell your friends and all that good stuff.
Yep.
We appreciate you guys very much. Until next week, stay geeky, everybody. Thanks so much. Bye.